Uh, it is what, February 19th, 2022. Back to Ironfang.
Last time on Ironfang Invasion, after having taken out, reset the three nexuses and cutting off the flow of power to the Onyx Citadel, our heroes returned to the stone home where all the Pecks were and found that Arcturus and Gamma had been attacked by the Ironfang Legion and had dealt with them. There were many corpses, many beasts that had been ridden on, and they were all dead. And having come together, Arcturus asked a little favor from Fel to try to hunt down who stole the Onyx key from him, and
It wasn't stolen; it was recovered.
found out that it was Burl.
What exactly did he find out though? He didn't find out that it was Burl. He found out that it was
A follower of Iomade.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so he, recognizing that these were Fel's friends, didn't just instantly try to kill everybody, but essentially tried to blackmail Cass, and saying that, hey, the technically is going to hunt you guys down after this unless you come back to work for us. Also, I know information about your mother is that will be impossible for you to find yourselves. And I'll give it to you if you recover the key for me. And any.
Well, he used much vaguer language, not outright admitting what he was after.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm summarizing and reading between the lines here because Cassie is smart enough to do that. Yeah, it was definitely vague language and dancing around the issue a bit, but basically that like the Onyx key and any Xeomorph artifacts in the tower or in the Citadel. That's about where we left off. You guys are partway there and are spending the night, and I think going to do some reconnaissance on the place.
Yeah, we were going to do some really fun shit with using Animal Messenger plus insect spies plus dominating the Animal Messenger so that wouldn't eat the insects.
And also clairaudience and clairvoyance, which Cassie has use of.
But we were going to do that after we found a place to camp, so I think we
Right.
have to resolve the Arcturus thing first.
Right. Right. So we were stopped temporarily.
I mean, isn't this conversation taking place still back at Stonehome?
Right. Yes, this is still at Stonehome.
Okay. So what? After talking with her brother, after sort of the back and forth with Arcturus and mulling things over in her head, Cassie wanted to ask him for a see invisibility and discern cues extract, and also to put some universal solvent on a rag, and a little bit of invisible ink on the same rag. And I imagine he'll be sort of wondering what this is for. But she will say, I have an idea. And she will also look around the room to make sure she would have made sure that the room's secure first. and she's saying this inside of a sound bubble. Are we just in the middle of this place, or what? What's going on?
You guys haven't left Stonehome yet, so wherever you want to
Okay.
go around.
Okay. Well, she wants to find a place where they can talk. That maybe go on a walk. I don't know. But she will cast. Make sure I have this right. Programmed image. And the programmed image will be a small sigil that when she says the words dispel magic, it will go and appear. It will look like something was dispelled in the shape of a rune of divination, specifically on the back of it would be on the back of Arcturus's armored leg.
What? Okay, I know you said you wanted to surprise me, but I'm kind of wishing I asked you to tell me this ahead of time. Seriously. So you want to put a programmed image that look on Arcturus's armor.
It would only. It would specifically be, at a certain distance, at a certain distance from her. She would be in the position to see it. Is the idea, but be on the back of his leg. She wants to create a scenario where she is going in there to at a talk, and he'll probably notice something's up. She'll on purpose be continuing a conversation, making it obvious that she's looking around. And then when she finds what she's looking for, using her see invisibility, which she got from her brother, that she'll dispel it. And then she'll be able to actually talk for real, because there was something that someone that was watching or someone that was listening to him, it had been on him, and so therefore was able to bypass the sound bubble.
Okay.
She wants to do that so she can say basically, yeah, I totally knew about you and Azursi, because that's the only one that it makes sense that he would have had an agreement with. She was going back and forth in her head and realized Arcturus clearly, like, he wanted to talk to her about that, and suddenly when she said, yeah, it's a thing, he didn't care anymore. So something's wrong there.
More like didn't he say he found it and dealt with it? Or like it's been dealt with?
He was very hush hush, cloak and dagger, and then
Sorry, like I had an idea of what I told you, and then he kind of threw me for a loop with how it would approach. So I forgot what I said and what I thought I said.
he was very suddenly, oh well, whatever. I'm underneath. Like his attention clearly was what it was at one point is this, and then suddenly it's like, oh well then I don't care anymore.
Oh yeah, because she said she didn't know anything. She was like, okay.
Yeah, but this to her meant that he thought that she did know something, and that this was problem that he had to nip in the bud, and then suddenly, so, but from the reaction, it's pretty clear that something was going on, and she wants to like go back and investigate to see what that would be.
Okay.
It's very much like over the top and things, but I do that well.
Okay.
So the way this would work is that there would be no, like, it would be no, it's already cast, so there would be no hand signals or any of that stuff, or the casting of it, and so it would appear that she had dispelled something. And that's what the rag with the universal solvent, she'll quickly wipe that and then show that there was some invisible ink on the back of his leg. Is what she's going to try to do. That might not end up working for that part, but that's what she's going to try to do.
Okay. This is definitely something you should have told me ahead of time. But all right. Okay, let's do that. You know where Arcturus is. He's kind of set up a place for himself in probably one of the let's see, where would he be? He would probably be still investigating the ruins.
Okay. Yeah, she'll go look for him and say, when she finds him.
I'd say probably in the room up here at the top right. Or maybe the alchemy. Yeah, let's go with the alchemy lab.
Okay, so in here?
Yep.
Okay. Arcturus. Good to see you, you're looking around. Mind if I just wanted to see what some of the things you were This place certainly is interesting, isn't it? All sorts of rare metals and minerals you can't get on the material plane.
To take for granted the treasures that have been placed in this vault.
Definitely worth a look-see. And at this point, she's not just looking at him. She's sort of scanning the area, so these tanks, do they have anything? Does this suspend life? Do you know, or maybe it just or is it simply to hold specimens and doesn't just and they don't need to be alive or not?
It would be best to show an example. And he kind of just like digs into the dirt and pulls out into the rubble and pulls out some kind of insect of some kind. Pulls off a leg and puts it into a small glass container full of the liquid that he has. And you see the legs start to regrow.
Oh, wow.
This is some of the highest possible alchemy I've ever seen. It is what many people aspire to in my organization. And it is there is magic in there, but it is mostly scientific in nature and its power. I'm sure Simon's already figured this out, to be honest.
He's pretty smart, to be sure. And she's She looks him up and down, just sort of, and if he gives, she has discern cues on herself, so so she'll be able to tell if he's.
That's what.
Yeah. If he gives her a look, she just gives a look of yes, I know. Keep on talking, and she continues talking to him. Do you think if someone drinks this, it would regrow something, or do they need to be submerged?
I have yet to test out, but given the these were clearly designed for creatures to be submerged into. I mean, there's still somebody submerged right over there.
Well, I'll bring some to Simon, and he'd take a look at it. I don't think he actually brought any back with him. And she's going to start sort of walking around him, scanning. And is he like staying in one place, or is he trying to like turn with her?
The armor he has on lets him probably keep an eye on you no matter where his head is turned. So I'm going to say he doesn't.
Okay. So he doesn't keep on turning. That's good. And then she'll sort of look, up along his helmet area, his back, legs. She'll like kneel down. I'm a little bit looking at an area on his leg. And there you are. And I'm going to cast Dispel Magic. Or
pretend to cast Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
So that's going to require a skill check.
What would you like me to do?
I mean, I could have figured it out ahead of time, but...
Bluff?
Bluff or Spellcraft? Don't you have a class feature that lets you pretend to do stuff?
Yes.
What is that again?
Okay, it is... well, Deceptive Tale makes my lies more believable, but what you're talking about is Blatant Subtlety. Combines spells with the performance as a swift action. It's not what you're talking about. This is... This is me trying to hide that I'm casting a spell.
Yeah.
This isn't actually doing the spell.
Yeah, normally spells have some kind of visual component that lets you see you're doing it, so I'd assume you'd like put that into the programmed image.
Well, I mean,
so let me do how about this: a bluff check versus Arcturus' spellcraft plus a will save for him since he's interacting.
Okay, nat 20. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use one of them for this.
Okay.
And then I'll quickly wipe him on the leg to get rid of it, because, well, she'll explain why.
I don't think he just let you touch his leg.
Okay, I mean, how fast is?
He'll probably try to grab your arm.
Okay.
And ask you what you're doing. First off, let me do the will save. Arcturus' spellcraft is plus 30, but even if he gets a natural 20, that won't beat your bluff check. But he does have a will save. Okay. Okay, so...
I say, finally. a thing was. Sorry about that. And
What are you doing?
getting rid of a clairaudience spell.
Continue.
Someone had placed a glyph here, and she'll. And with some sort of invisibility ink, and I thought I smelled something. I thought that's interesting, but I wasn't sure, so I came back to check with a see invisibility potion. I know that, and I know that with a spell I have, I don't know if it works exactly the same as yours, but that anything within the spell can be heard, but anything outside the spell can't be heard. So if someone manages to get a clairaudience spell within the silent table, then it can be heard. And I thought I smelled something, or not smelled something. I felt like something like this might be the case, but I didn't really think. I thought that's crazy. So I didn't really say everything that I wanted to the last time we spoke. And what I wanted to say, that I can say now, she has activated her own silent table. I've already checked myself, and I just checked you, found that to be the case. Someone, either maybe while we were still in the material plane, maybe once we got here, I don't know. But someone had put something on your armor. Someone who's really good who's really good at hiding, and who can use divination spells. But what I wanted to say was that, and I didn't want anybody else to know, was that I do actually know what happened with you on Azursti. It is true, and I didn't want to say anything then. I can say something now. I think it's a really good idea, in fact, to grow your business. It's brilliant, really. What gave you the idea to do something like that?
Why do you care?
I like ambition. There are definitely a lot of things I don't like about it, but I think it shows a level of intelligence that goes far beyond what most people would think of. How did you intend to get rid of the bad press if someone thought you might be involved? Because that's the only downside to what I see.
Give me a moment. You'll find out soon enough. But I still have to ask, what's your angle?
My angle is I don't like being threatened. Specifically, I don't like my brother being threatened. I know that he didn't leave your services out of selfish ambition, and that he really thought I was in danger. I know that he didn't intend to incite your ire. Although he was willing to do it for me. I think his debt can be written off a lot easier than you're saying it can. I know that if he agrees not to never be seen by you and yours, that things can be forgiven.
And if not,
We'll have to see. I do have one question, though. Is it simply his knowledge that you consider intellectual property? Or is it something else? Is it that you want his services, that his services are so valuable that you just want the service and not that you don't consider what he knows to be threatening in some ways to you? In other words, if he gave up his knowledge or didn't use that knowledge, would that be enough for you?
it is impossible to control all knowledge. There will always be geniuses. What can be controlled is resources and access to those resources. People like him, like you, are rare. It'd be a waste to dispose of it. But there is something you misunderstand. Did you know that this alchemical fluid cannot just regenerate broken limbs? Observe. He pulls out his sword and stabs it into the fly, or the small creature that he found. Once a creature is dead, normally regenerate effects stop working, but it's still happening slowly. This fluid can even bring back the dead. Lucky you. I'll show you how I respond to blackmail.
I will be teleporting out.
No, you're gonna have to roll for initiative for that.
Okay. It's a +2, so 20.
Okay. So Arcturus acts first. Um, So that macro he gave me, how much of that applies?
He's not buffed, so a lot less.
Yeah. But he can still do a swift action and a spell.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know you were going to do this, so I'm not fully prepared to play Arcturus at the moment, but I gotta ask, what is the best kind of spell to buff here?
I think he
if
would
it-
typically lead with
Hang
was
on.
it the Blade Tutor Spirit if he could do it as a Swift, I think.
So if you want to just, so there's several things you could do. You could do the Shocking Grasp, which is the one he does all the time. You could also do the Arcane Mark, which even though it's a cantrip, it still lets him use an extra attack, and it would set up it would set up future things. So for instance, you could basically Arcane Mark me, and then use Runic Overload later. Like you can use that as a I could kill you, or I could set this off whenever I want. You could basically use that as a I control your fate if you wanted to.
Hmm.
Which he would do that.
I'm thinking at this point he just kills you and then uses that to blackmail the guy who actually has the Onyx key, because he doesn't know you're the key to it. He thinks Burl is.
Yeah.
And he also doesn't want the chance of your knowledge getting out somehow. So nipping it in the bud right here. Yeah. So
I want to. I want to use a hero point to use Shadow Step and get out of here.
he would probably use a hero point to interrupt that.
Great. Okay. Can you do that? Cancel out hero points?
I mean,
That's not.
if you want a pure mechanical reason, you would be using it to act out a turn, and he would as well, attacking at the same time to disrupt the spell.
All right.
Like, I don't think rules you can, but I feel like it's an appropriate use of it.
Sure. Go ahead.
On the bright side, you still have Simon to play, or you could just take control of Arcturus.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay. Blade Tutor Spear just increases his attack roll, right?
It'll what it does. It doesn't increase his attack.
It reduces the penalty.
Yes.
But yeah, it's essentially increasing his attack roll.
Yes.
So if he uses the swift action to go against touch AC, then he can use his Shocking Grasp without worrying about the attack roll bonuses.
If you use the swift, because either way you're using a swift. So
Well, no, he has his. You have your swift action, and then there's a spell you do with your full attack. That's like the 2-up in fighting.
No. So, hang on.
If he has a full round action, like I mean,
If he has a full round action, yes.
Okay. So first off, I am sorry to do this, but I was having in my mind, like, someone directly tries to blackmail him, he'd probably just kill them.
I was counting on my one last hero point to get out of there, but apparently that's not allowed. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like giving the most, like, people like Arcturus and Azersi hero points as well kind of fits thematically.
I mean, sure.
He did at one point have them.
Yes, I know, but Okay.
I guess
I was counting on that to get out, but it's not allowed, so fine. It's okay. Go ahead.
You could roll some ones.
yeah. So yeah. Okay. Well, first is a non-buffed attack roll to try to interrupt your Shadow Step spell.
I'm doing it defensively.
Right. Like that stops it from provoking, but he can still try to like ready an action sort of thing.
What? Oh, you mean you're readying an action? So your turn is to ready an action?
Now, his hero point is to basically readying an action to strike right when you do the Shadow Step. And although you avoid provoking an attack of opportunity, you can still get knocked out of the spell if someone hits you at that time with a readied action. Kind of like I could still counterspell something.
Right. Okay. But you get only one attack, and then I
This is one attack, but it's
so this one wouldn't be against touch AC though.
nope, it would not. And it doesn't have Blade Tutor Spirit either.
Okay.
And I believe the attack it's versus concentration. Does he have Furious Focus?
He does not. No.
Okay. So I'm saying he could try to avoid power attack, but he doesn't know how hard it is to hit you.
He's never tried to
Furious
hit
Focus
me.
only works on two-handed weapons anyway.
And I'm a bard, so I can't be hard to hit. I actually have a decent amount of AC.
Okay, so the DC I believe is like 10 plus the damage rolled.
I believe so. Let me look. Hey guys, let's look at rules that we rarely use. Yeah, injury. You make a concentration check with DC equal to 10 plus the damage taken plus the level of the spell you're casting.
Okay. And this +5 morale bonus, does he not have that?
No, not now. Nope.
Okay. And the haste bonus.
Doesn't have haste. Yeah.
Okay. So it's -9 based off of the normal attack, unless I choose to disregard power attack.
Kill me. Do it.
If he does not do power attack, he
He's angry, right?
yeah.
He would try to kill me.
Yeah. I mean, he's ridiculously intelligent. I just think, okay, let's just go for the power attack. That's his bread and butter. Don't overthink it.
Is that your roll? That's not high enough.
But seeing that, plus that's his initiative.
Oh, sorry. I was. What I saw is that I saw GM typing, and then I saw that pop up, or it wasn't actually popped up, but it looked like. No. Nope. Misses.
Oh, you rolled a natural too. Okay, that's fine.
Shadow step away.
Okay.
Arcturus tried to kill me. Buff, buff, buff.
Did you
This
deserve
scenario
it?
sounds familiar.
I don't think so. Well, I mean, he thought I did. He's trying to kill me.
All right. I mean, with that being the case, I'm going to be buffing as well because I don't know the context of what's going on.
I presume we're all together here.
I went to the last place that I knew where they were.
As I'm gonna start buffing, I call out to Gamma. Gamma, initiate standby for 1 hour. To get him to shut himself down.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to do my obvious ones. With obviously Arcturus is like right on her heels, so the very first thing I'm going to cast. I assume we're all entering initiative order right as Cassie pops into the room, right? Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the very first.
Sorry, I kind of hope the discerning cues might make her. She would be able to tell when to stop talking.
Then the very first thing I do is split a Dance of 100 cuts between me and Griff this is assuming I get my full turn. My standard would be the spell, and my swift would be applying my animal focus to myself, which is strength and evasion.
Okay.
Do we need to bring up the tracker?
I guess we can do that.
It's like, let's delay for 1 week.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and have everybody roll initiative.
Oh my gosh.
I think this is more just to put us on the tracker, since it's bringing us all in on this turn. Hey, I mean, this is the time to roll.
That's what I was about to say. Let's hope I get that out of the way now.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'd say it's pretty fair that you're being brought into the tracker. You're just going after all of us.
What's going on? Someone tell me why this is happening.
Arcturus just tried to kill me.
Did you deserve it?
That's what Burl just asked.
I mean, there's a point.
I didn't
both of us are asking.
I don't believe you.
Oh, okay. I definitely did. I said I knew something. That I didn't
Buff now, talk later.
I have nothing to buff.
Simon's like, oh my god, did you try to blackmail Arcturus?
And the truth comes out.
Get the Simon. See invisibility.
He's the type who blackmails other people. You don't blackmail him.
Simon, see invisibility.
I gave it to her. I don't have an extra one.
Cassie, smog pellets on the invisible lady.
Yeah.
And my move action. I guess I haven't had my turn yet.
Yeah. So how many spells do we have a chance to get off? Cassie will do.
Let's just go through the initiative and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, you may want to start a performance. Just saying.
It's Simon's turn first. What does he do?
So wait. So can she, as a swift action, when she, as soon as she dropped in on everybody, start a performance? So that was already going.
You shadow stepped. You appear. Right. What's the action to get out of a shadow step?
I mean, it's a standard to shadow step.
I think it's a spell. She arrived at her destination. Although, just to make it extra fun, she hasn't rolled to how far she got shunted off in whatever direction.
No, this is like a dimension door type thing.
Then I would assume that she just lands. There's not an extra. There's not an extra action to exit it. It's not Shadow Walk. Then
this was a hero point single action, so no.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Simon will immediately do, because he keeps this on hand at all times, Hang on. The resist energy electric.
Is that being split between all of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he will also swift action get his where is it? The Abela barrier in his right wrist sheath, and I'm gonna drink it.
Okay.
That's his turn.
I can't remember, Rogue. Is Griff still under his special +2 bonus on attack and damage rolls for from his super feast that he got from the genies?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so for Cassie's turn, she'll begin a performance and haste everybody.
All right.
Okay. I kind of already told you what my turn was going to be, but the move action would be a mounting up on Griff.
Okay. Remind me.
Dance of 100 Cuts is my spell, split between me and Griff. The Swift is putting on my strength and evasion on myself, and then the move is climbing up on Griff.
Okay. And Fel, it is your turn.
Fel is going to cast True Seeing on herself.
Probably a good move.
Probably want to back up a little bit or something.
Yeah, I'd maybe get behind Griff. We should take this outside.
With all the corpses. Good idea.
More like I don't want the Pecs getting caught up in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wendell.
We're kind of already here, though. If he decides to attack,
I'm going to go ahead and get behind Griff, try to hide from everybody, and shout at the same time saying, "What the hell'd you do? Why'd you do this? I don't want to die here today."
apparently he and Azursi really did start this entire thing. Who'd have known?
You've killed me!
What?
You've killed me!
Do you have proof of that? Did he admit that to you?
He just tried to kill me.
That's not proof. You're not dead.
Only because I'm awesome!
Awesome enough to get all of us killed?
Maybe he'll let us off if he just kills you, and then I can bring you back later.
I'll let Griff's movement to be kind of get in front of everyone like this, so that was just on his turn.
That's a good insight. Okay. All right. So Arcturus does. Oh, right. Fel. Give me perception checks.
Yay, something I'm good at. Put a +2 on both of us for heightened awareness not being blown during initiative.
Wait, how much of a bonus do I get? Do you get? Oh wait.
From heightened awareness?
Yeah.
I think it's +2. I'll double check.
Okay. So Cassie has a see invisibility. So Fel, you see Riza on top of one of the homes, just kind of Well, she was kind of glancing about, but upon hearing that, she's like, "Oh, great!" And quickly, on her turn, she just leaps off and runs full speed down into the into the next area.
Which area?
She ran down into the sandy area with the golems or the elementals.
Wait, hold on. No, she wouldn't do that. She'd probably. I'm trying to. Okay, so let me take it back to look at her character sheet again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say she's gonna run down there. Okay, and it is Simon's turn.
All right.
Burl has called for a heading outside as to not get the Pex caught up in this.
Yeah. I mean, we could, I suppose, all like sort of wait on our turn to move and move as a group.
Yeah, I would be fine with that if Rogue will allow us to kind of move as a unit.
Yep. Okay, so you basically all of your turns you wait till you act together and then.
Yeah, we act together to all move as one outside, and I mean we'll kind of all do our standards once we're outside, I guess.
Okay.
Or if it takes a move in a standard, then we can, in order to all get us outside, then that's what we'll do.
Yep.
Yeah, it depends on what your move speed is and such. So. Yeah.
Griff can assist someone by just
60.
one-handing them and dragging them as he moves.
60 with haste.
With haste, everyone's getting outside just fine, yeah.
Yeah, Fel will probably need another move. Everybody else can make it outside, at least to the doorway. But you can use Griff's action to try to move Fel along also.
Well, Griff has flyby attack. He can literally pick someone up and as part of his movement.
Right. Okay. So Griff will do that for Fel. Everybody else gets to do move action and standard and such.
Yeah, what Griff can do is he'll use his points to kind of do his shift to move just a bit north to grab Fel and then take off with her just in his claw. Basically, do rest of his action is just a full move. He can double move as a result, and Burl will swift action, give myself the feat Inspiring Sword, standard, perform Inspiring Sword on everyone. So that's good for 3 rounds.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Simon will, I suppose, use Airwalk on everybody. Airwalk communal.
Please move your tokens.
All right. Yeah, Griff can move if he has the haste. Let's see, he has 40 to 70, so Griff could get like all the way out. If he's doing a double move, he can get like all the way out fucking here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I suppose if we're all doing a double move, then he will not do that.
Oh, can you bring
All right, Fel is with Griff. He'll let her go once we're over here.
Okay, so we all a double move that time. No time for standards that turn.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a chaotic character, so I haven't done anything chaotic in a while.
Could you bring my badger in? Oh, there he is. Never mind. Why is there? I've got 2 me's.
You've been cloned. You look at yourself and you're like, am I the clone?
Or am I the clone? Oh.
Very simple way to figure this out. Did you wake up in a bed or in one of those pods?
I don't remember. I don't remember waking up.
Wake me up before you go.
No, don't.
Da, 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 da,
Not
da.
that. No.
All right, so we're all out here now, about to join the pile of corpses.
Yay.
Yeah. On that note, it's almost 8:00.
Yeah, this is probably a good time to go ahead and just get that done.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, Arcturus is also a chaotic character. Ha
Yeah. No, but this felt like it was in her wheelhouse and what she would have done, and yeah, I knew what would probably happen, but I don't think it's. I think it's just bad storytelling to put over your chaotic characters something that they might not do,
Mhm.
which is to be more thoughtful. That's not really Cassie's deal.
Yeah, and like you do have there is still other things for you to play, so it's not like you end the campaign.
Well, but I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking this is what she would do.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying like I was thinking like, okay, how does the campaign continue with Gora if I just kill him now? But I was like, okay, there's options.
Oh man, I knew that was a distinct possibility. So, it's fine. I was figuring something like that would probably happen, but anyway, now it's more fun, right? More interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Thing is, I wasn't. Thing is, I learned what RPG planned on doing, and because of that, I wasn't planning on fighting with Arcturus today. I'm not sure I'm ready to play. Now here's the thing. You've already told him he's working with his Xerxes, so he doesn't have as much motivation to kill you at the moment. So he might just peace out. I'm wondering what your thoughts on that are.
He okay. Yeah, so yeah, he wants to survive more than anything. If he thinks that this situation is possible that he could be defeated, he's gonna like the bonuses are not would not be worth the effort to be put into it. That's very possible. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking he realized that it's pretty dangerous going after you guys right now. You've had a few rounds to buff. You're all pretty powerful. Like, I'm not saying he won't kill you guys, just maybe not right now in such an obvious manner. You know?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. He'll wait until we're in a location, then hit us with the with the sky cannon.
Yeah.
That's I can see him doing that. Anyway, I gotta go. I'll see you guys. See you guys in a little bit.
So yeah.
Also, I doubt it'll impact anyone here, but apparently Soul Press is imploding upon itself.
Soul Press, I've heard of that.
Yeah, they don't have too many series. Probably the only ones that are of actual interest. They license the Rakudashi or Rakudai light novel series. They licensed the Gochumanu Sagi manga. And beyond that, I don't think they really had anything that was of true interest to anyone, but they just fucking failed to run that company. Holy shit.
Who's the guy, the ones who were doing So I'm a Spider Light novel?
Oh, that's like Seven Seas or Yen Press. No problems there.
Okay, Yen Press. Sorry, I was getting mixed up with Yen Press.
Oh, no, Yen Press knows what it's doing. They haven't fucked anything up. Wait, the Ride on King. Wasn't that the... Yeah, that's the manga about, like,
Isekai Putin.
yeah, Isekai Putin. Yeah, that was basically a meme. They should not have licensed that one. That was never going to do well.
It is a surprisingly good series, though.
I'm back.
Yeah, but Bookwalker is going to be removing all of their titles like in 2 days. I don't know what Amazon's going to do, but they fucked up. They really fucked up. I don't think anyone has any idea what even happened. It's just they had the most haphazard release schedule. They didn't communicate release dates to anyone, and then just all the money disappeared. Go figure. I think we're all back. Did I hear that right?
Is Goro here? No, that was
It's not.
Jonah.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't think Goru's here.
Okay, I thought I had heard Goro in all of that. When the Lich's phylactery is a 25,000-pound adamantine cube.
My phylactery is the earth itself! Ha ha ha!
Actually, the chump change scenario will have to deal with a very odd Lich's phylactery. Look forward to that.
Nice.
Han Solo is a ranger, not a rogue. Historically terrible charisma checks, crack shot with ranged weapons, can handle himself in melee, has an animal companion, rides a falcon.
I like that.
I'm looking at an alignment chart on solving a situation where a kid stole an apple. Lawful good. Here's some coin for the apple. Just let the kid go all the way to chaotic evil. Choppy choppy. Hands go offy. Chaotic neutral. Bullies the merchant. May or may not connect to saving the kid. Neutral evil. Not my kid, not my problem.
Sounds about right.
Oh, this might be relevant to our current situation. I'm putting memes in the Dungeon's internal text chat.
Heh.
Oh shit! There's a new book in the John Dies at the End series. And I love the title. If this book exists, you're in the wrong universe. Oh shit, it doesn't come out till October. Fuck. Has anyone else read John Dies at the End?
I haven't.
It's a cosmic horror comedy of sorts.
Sounds interesting based on what you were saying about it earlier.
I think I was first informed of it by a friend who said that it had one of their favorite lines in literature, and that was, "She exploded into snakes."
Yeah, I could see that.
The other titles are, "This book is full of spiders. Seriously, dude, don't touch it." And "What the hell did I just read? A novel of cosmic horror." And then, "If this book exists, you're in the wrong universe."
Yeah, it definitely sounds entertaining.
So, what are your guys' characters for Gro's campaign going to be?
I'm going to play Gust again. I just need to decide what class I want to roll.
Okay, yeah, are we doing like wizard or vigilante?
I have not decided what to roll into.
Otaku, what about you?
Oh, you know what character I'm using.
It's Ripley the Gripply, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted.
While we're on the subject of recommendations, another book series that I'll recommend is The Utterly Uninteresting and Unadventurous Tales of Fred, the Vampire Accountant.
Okay, so monk. Okay, so we have a monk and a spiritualist with a melee phantom.
Okay, that's actually helpful to know. That means that I can maybe tune Gus to be more of a ranged character. So I'll keep that in mind.
That also might help Joe if he's thinking of what to do.
Yeah.
Also, are you going to make it a lot of believe it or not puns, Otaku?
No. Also, I can't hear the words "believe it or not" and not follow it up with "I'm walking on air."
Do you have an idea of the type of role you want to play with your character or the personality?
For me, I mean, I'm probably thinking again ranged of some sort. I don't know if I want to try maybe a spellcaster of some sort since I've never done those before.
I mean, this might not be the best campaign to start a
Yeah.
spellcaster in, simply because of the limitations that is being placed upon arcane magic.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
Yeah, I mean, alchemists do have. I mean, they're medium range, but their main class feature is throwing bombs.
Yeah. I like long range sniping, so
Kineticists, they start off only at 30 feet, but they can eventually get 120, 120 feet
Mary!
or 480. So yeah, at first they're short range, but they can get abilities that lets them do longer range.
okay. I might do something like that. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, it's basically an elemental blaster. You pick an element and you blast people with that element. So you can blast them with fire or maybe more physical stuff like stone.
Sonic.
So you can throw stones and shit.
Yeah.
It's more. Think Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, a kineticist, I'm thinking of. Yeah, that would make sense that it can, because that's theoretically some telekinesis sort of stuff, right?
Like it depends on the element. There is aether, which is telekinesis. There is like earth, water, wind, electricity, fire,
Heart.
um, positive energy, and negative energy, but those are kind of bad. And their stats are like dexterity and constitution, and they basically take damage to empower their abilities.
Oh, so they like to get the shit beaten out of them, so that way they can get stronger.
No,
I said Dragon Ball Z.
they
Yeah.
do it to themselves. They take burn damage. So if you use a really strong ability, you'll basically take non-lethal damage to do it.
Oh,
There's also just like an archer,
yeah.
and there's lots of ways to do that. You can just do a straight up fighter. What's other good archer classes? I would suggest war priest, but those aren't allowed.
Is there any sort of like? Well, I know that arcane would not be good to do, but some sort of like elemental archer or something like that, like a spell sword except ranged.
Magus. You could do like an archer type of Magus. I think is possible.
That is more complicated options, but yes, there is a Magus Archer class that would work.
And that would be permitted because that's a prepared arcane, not a sorcerer.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, basically you can cast spells through your bow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And one of the first abilities you get is the ability to put distance on your weapon. So that definitely fits the long range thing.
Yep.
That's probably closest to what you want.
Okay. I might do that.
As such, the attributes you want the most would be dexterity and intelligence.
Okay.
Strength is kind of nice because you can add your strength as damage to the bow attacks with the right bow, but it's not super important. So maybe strength and con as secondary, wisdom and charisma just don't have any direct use.
All right.
Magus are 2/3 casters, so they top out at level 6 spells instead of 9 spells. But you get an ability that lets you cast a spell and attack in the same turn.
That's nice.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, let's die.
And whose fault was that we're dying again?
Hey, you always want to do something chaotic?
Yes, I like to do things chaotic where I know I'm not going to kill myself.
Well, let's. We're not dead yet. I'm going to say that
Yeah.
Cassie was able to use a swift to get that bardic up on the last turn. By the way, let's just put that out there.
Yeah, well, that's what she wanted to do. Swift Bardic.
Yeah, so I was saying, man, that the fact that he rolled a 2 was pretty nice. What is your normal armor class?
Pre-buffed?
Yeah, pre-buffed.
Okay, she already had the natural armor thing on. Not hasted. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. It's actually normally pretty high. 42.
Oh, dang, okay.
That's without Dance of Blades.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about ditching the power tank. But, yeah.
It's also that's also without haste and a few other things.
Okay.
Yeah, so she is pretty high because she's pretty much maxed out her shield, and armor, for the most part, and she has the natural armor buff from the spell, which is
when you're pissed, you go for the power attack.
yeah. I mean, sure. Yeah, she said she yells, "I was trying to protect you."
Okay. So yeah, top of the round again. Simon. Like, well, you did a great job at that.
You guys can kill each other later if Arcturus doesn't do it for us.
Okay. Well, Simon and Cassie's turn.
Yeah. Simon will pass Cassie a enlarge long arms extract.
Okay. And Cassie will take that, I guess.
She will. Is it possible to wrist sheath it and then do something else, or? Yeah, she'll take it. She'll take it.
Placing something into a wrist sheath is a 4-round action.
Yeah, she will take it.
Okay.
That's large Cassie.
Earl's turn.
Continuing to buff everyone, or at least me and Griff. I'm going to do. I guess I should cast Bark Skin on me and Griff. Otherwise, yeah, we need that. That's important. And I guess with everyone else on the everyone has airwalk, so we'll kind of move up a few feet into the air so we have a vantage on whatever direction he comes at us from. Like maybe let's say 20 feet in the air.
Okay. Fell.
We haven't moved, right?
Yep.
Alright, she'll spend a full round you casting Spirit Call, which is a spell that powers up her spirit magic spells by a little bit. Like +1 on caster level and concentration checks.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
All right, Wendell, what are you doing?
I guess if you're gonna make us kill this bastard, all right, fine. I'm gonna go on ahead and prep some boom boom arrows.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, boom boom. Sounds good. Mix of boom boom and fire and burning arrows.
Okay, next round. Nothing happens. It's Simon's turn.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, Simon. Could Simon say something like, "Oh, he's probably. He might just be leaving."
You know,
Has like.
Fal you've seen enough stories of him. How did he face his opponents in the divinity thing?
Oh, he pretty much just rushed in and attacked with his sword. He has this lightning spell that.
Keep in mind,
ability.
he's like us. He's probably buffing and going to come at us with a ton of shit.
Or not at all.
Yeah, he likes to prepare and then completely demolish what he touches. I really don't want to be on his bad side.
Me neither. I wasn't expecting him to try to kill me.
Nobody expects to try to be killed. You just think. That's why you don't blackmail him.
I was thinking about my brother, and I
Oh, so just your brother, not everybody else that's here in the party, that doesn't want to die?
I didn't want any of you guys to die either.
Obviously not enough.
Look, if I didn't want him to die, I didn't want, and it turned out badly. It obviously didn't work for any of us.
Okay, but if he prepared a lot, he likes to fight the battles on his own terms, is what you're saying, Val.
Oh, that definitely is his preference, yes. But he can also get right into the thick of it and just wreck cows.
I'm almost more scared of not fighting him now. We'd have to keep an eye over our shoulder, constantly.
Is there a way to see if he's still in there?
That's part of his mindfuck games.
Where did you see him last?
In the room with the tanks. He was demonstrating that the liquid can be used to completely heal something if it gets put in there. So maybe this is a good spot to go if one of us dies?
It's like a Bacta tank.
Yeah,
sounds
I'm not sure what
fascinating.
that is, but yeah. I have no reference for that comment, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
I, Cassie, have no idea what a back to tank is. Well, we shouldn't waste any more spells then. Until we find out what he's doing. We could slowly go in.
Well, if we give him some time, he might cool off. There's that.
If we go in, you're going in first.
Nah.
You're the one that caused all this mess. You fix it.
To be fair,
What
he
exactly?
caused
What exactly were you blackmailing him with?
that he and Azursi worked together to cause all this. It was
Okay.
just a shot in the dark, but it turns out to be right.
So why were you even trying to do this?
I didn't want. I wanted him to back down on Simon needing to work for him, and because I knew that once he had Simon, he wouldn't let him go for all kinds of reasons. One, he doesn't like that Simon left, and two, Simon is an actual really good resource for him and his.
But I thought you had traded spots with him.
That wasn't, or we hadn't figured that out yet.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like somebody was trying to save their own hide.
I'm trying to save my brother's hide. I don't care about me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about me.
Are you able to cast a sending spell?
Yes.
Then just start doing that and tell him that we'll talk.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't kill me.
Yeah. Okay. Cassie will take out her wand of sending and say, Arcturus, if you want to talk, we can do that out in the open. I know you'd rather talk than fight. What do you say?
You can start by handing over the Onyx key. Without that, there's nothing to talk about.
So what did he say?
He said you can start by handing over the Onyx key.
He has it. What the hell?
I know he has it.
Well, he may be under the impression that Burl stole it. I don't know why.
What?
I mean, I've been planning to, but the fuck?
We weren't even close to him.
I know, that's why it sounds completely ludicrous, but he's really sure about it.
Why is he really sure about it?
He kind of made me cast a vision spell to find out what happened. Oh, he lost the key, by the way, so he's trying to find out what happened to it. And the vision came back that it was a follower of Ionade that has the key.
Aren't there magics that can mess with those kinds of spells? I mean, I've heard of them just from the work that I do. I don't know how to do any of them, but I've heard there are spells that can make scrying. I don't know. I mean, they can fool scrying type spells. I don't know exactly how they work, but I've heard they exist.
Bro, you said you were planning on stealing the key?
I mean, we knew that he had it. Burl's plan was always to get the key back from Arcturus somehow.
No, I mean, in character, Simon asks you that. What you were planning on stealing the key?
Yeah, I mean, he has it. All we have is, and I'll pull out the shitty fake, is like this thing.
So you would have taken it if you had the opportunity, but it hasn't come up yet.
Yeah. And apparently he lost it somehow.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh shoot, I just remembered something. I wasn't supposed to bring up that conversation happened. Everyone forget what I just said. Please forget what I just said. It didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Are you worried about him killing you too?
I think everyone's worried about him killing them.
Yeah.
I mean, if he doesn't have the key, who the hell does? Val, like, are you able to cast something more potent than vision?
Let me think.
If we can find it, it would be a good bargaining chip.
Would it be a bargaining chip, or would he just take it and then kill us?
Well, I mean, that's why we don't just give it to him, but it's still a tool, right? We got to be able to do something with it if we can find it. Is there...
I can cast this application, but I would have to prepare the spell first.
Then we need to decide what, if we're able to find it. We need to decide what he will give up to have it. I mean, one, he doesn't kill us, but that's, I don't just want him to not kill us.
Yeah, out of character. So the offer Burl was going to give Arcturus.
why don't you do that in character? This is a good opportunity to talk about it.
I mean, I would if I knew I had the key.
Oh, right, but we're talking about a theoretical situation where we find the key.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, like, Burl's approach to it changes based on whether or not he knows he has the key. Like
don't worry about that.
Cassie just said, "Hey, if we find the key, what do we do?"
Basically, Burl would, like, it can't be handed over to Arcturus no matter what. Like, absolutely not. But we can grant him assurances that we won't hand it over to anyone else, and that he can have it when the situation here is done.
Wasn't there something else to that?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, okay. So theoretically, if I could get a hold of it, ideally I would have loved to have not given it back to him whatsoever. But since this situation is spiraling out of control, I guess what I would ask for in exchange is I would say, first of all, to drop all the cloak and dagger bullshit, and that just stop working antagonistically towards us. Secondly, you can do the whole thing with telling him to stop trying to put Simon under his thumb. Thirdly, since we're dropping all pretense, tell him not to try and kill Thoradin again. Finally, I don't want him being in charge of this place. I don't want him to be the one managing all of the mining operations.
He's not going to agree to all that. There's no way.
To compromise on that fact, I think what we could do is appoint a third party that both of us can trust to oversee the mining operation. I would pick Spencer, since he's known for being friendly with the Technic League, but at the same time not wanton destruction.
It's actually a decent idea.
Spencer might be the one person in the world Arcturus would trust with taking control of this place.
Yeah, the clincher would be that I would not hand the key over to Arcturus. I would hand it over to Spencer directly.
But the question is, how do we... I think it's possible Arcturus would agree to that, but how do we ensure that happens? You just have our word on it.
I mean, my word, if I make a vow to Iomade, it's pretty solid. I don't know if that means anything to him, but I'm sure we could. I'm sure, like we could all.
That doesn't prevent
He wants
Lendl
he wants any other artifacts that are currently inside the tower over there. And while I don't want to just hand them over willy-nilly, I don't need them the way he needs them. The only thing that I would say that he shouldn't have access to is anything that creates life. If he wants artifacts used to create resources, like the ones that form the mountains and the mineral deposits, he can have those. I don't want him altering biological life.
Okay.
Okay. We could. Okay. So the offer is that if we find this thing, that it gets given to Spencer, but that he will have access to this place if we find it.
I'll abandon my original plan of cutting him off from this archive as long as Spencer is the one who is in charge of the mining operations. And we would insist on handing the key over to Spencer directly.
Okay. I think that we would need to find that we would need to find it first in order for him to.
Yep, Bell, get on that.
On brokering the deal?
No, on divining out where the hell the key went.
Oh, that. I would have to prepare a certain location, so I can't really do that right away.
Okay. So we could just keep on going towards the tower and.
Okay, so we do that tomorrow then, and work on scouting out the Citadel today.
I mean, we really need to resolve this ASAP. I don't want to approach that Citadel until we have Arcturus dealt with. That is not something we need at our backs while dealing with the what is left of the Ironfang Legion. If we need to go hold up somewhere else, we should go just camp out somewhere and deal with everything else at another time.
So we hide out somewhere else, hidden from him, figure out where it's located, and then deal with him.
Yeah, that sounds like a better idea.
All right. Well, we have about 4 days left before that thing powers up all the way.
Yeah. So
We can afford to
let's.
spend one day dealing with this, and then one day scouting.
Okay, we're off then. Everyone, hop on the Griffin. We're taking off.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. So you guys start traveling around a bit. Where are you guys headed?
I would say in a direction we haven't really gone before. Let's see. I'm gonna roll a d8 and kind of like have that be the direction at random. The only one being that I'm not gonna do 3 or if I'm going clockwise. So 5. I wouldn't do 6 or 7 because I don't want to head towards the tower. So let me roll that. 6 or 7 are rerolls. Okay, we're going like fucking north.
Okay.
So I guess kind of fly. See these lakes over here. That might be a good area, or somewhere maybe in these crags. Anyone have any preferences?
Mountain's good place to hide.
For skeleton, for what? For crags or skeletons?
No, just does anyone like? No, like we can hide around the lake, or we can hide kind of in the mountains.
We'd probably get more creatures around if we were near the lake. Mountains would probably be better, maybe.
Griff's not going to complain.
With the higher elevation, we can better see if anything's coming towards us.
To the mountains.
Mountains. Here we go.
Could you ping where or just move your token to where you guys are?
Yeah, I don't have a token. I'll ping. So this is I'm. Are these sort of mountainous areas, like directly north?
Yes. So
Okay.
let me just actually what am I going to do? Stop. Okay. Let me give you control of games token. Okay. So what around here? You should be able to control that now.
Yeah, kind of like in this area, I imagine.
Okay. So you guys pass above the Goodlands. This is a relatively lush area fed by the river, and there is actually a lot of small streams from the river kind of splitting off in here, feeding this lush area. Gentle hills, plains, and forests have a bit of an earthly paradise, and you guys actually see the more perceptive see a lot of villages like the one that the Pecks had kind of hidden throughout this area. And there's also other abandoned villages that have just been different people trying to settle here and failing due to how dangerous everything is, being lost to time. And you eventually make your way to the Vale of the Hungry Diamonds.
Okay, that sounds ominous.
Yeah, let me first roll. Okay, you guys are able to make your way up there safely, and the gentle hills go to a more mountainous terrain, and you see the area is inhabited by living diamonds. They are the typical mountainous beasts you would see, but they're just gigantic. They're almost like dinosaurs, but they're crystalline, and they're all just it's all filled up with huge, massive dinosaur crystal predators.
Maybe not the safest place to camp out.
But look at the diamonds.
Are they slow moving? Does it look like?
I mean, they're not like slow, but they're more short to mid range.
I guess
This says we
I
have
can roll perception
our
and survival, see if we can find a safer location within this area. Does that sound fair?
Yep. Go ahead and roll me perception or survival.
All right, so that's a 43 on the perception. Let me roll survival as well. All right, pretty good.
Okay. So you're able to find most of the creatures are very large. So any small cave with a smaller entrance is actually pretty secure. Unless they have a really good reason to try to break down the entrance, it should be very safe to spend the night in there. In fact, it looks like you think you found that it's a relatively common tactic by the smaller creatures that they just basically hide out in smaller crevices that the giant predators can't reach them from.
Okay, I'll look for a crevice that's wide enough that Griff isn't impeded too badly, but wouldn't the other large creatures wouldn't be able to get in here.
Yeah. The other option is maybe find one that he can't fit through and then just teleport him past. Wait, do you guys have that capability?
I can dimension door.
Yeah.
So yes. but then I'd be using a spell just to get us out.
But I'd say your check is high enough where you. It's a very kind of narrow middle ground, finding something Griff can fit in, but these creatures can't. But I think you do think you found one. That should be relatively safe.
Okay, I was going to say, I rolled pretty high.
Now, some of the smaller ones might be able to fit their way in, but they're not going to be as dangerous either. So.
I mean, they might be able to fit the way in, but they won't be able to find their way into the other plane.
Yep. Yep, you guys have the Mage's Magnificent Mansion.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's totally what we'll do. We find a good hiding place to hide in there, and then use the mansion. Fair enough. All right.
All right. Okay, so you guys spend the night in a wonderful mansion, getting attended by servants with delicious meals. Is there any other conversations you want to have before going to the next day?
I mean, we probably Burl just sort of grumbling, trying to figure out who could have taken it from Arcturus and why the fuck he thinks Burl has it, and like what follower of Iomade is in this area with us.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking here.
I mean, if you don't do anything, she's going to cast it, discern location, and figure it out tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I know. So what I wanted to do was to what I wanted to do was certain location and obscure object. I think that's specifically against scrying, not.
Discern location is stopped by nothing but mind.
It's up by nothing but what?
Discern location bypasses literally any kind of protection outside.
I didn't hear the end. What did you say?
Mind blank.
Oh, okay.
So unless you have mind blank, it's going to find it, no matter what.
Yes, I'm a bard, so I have access to mind blank. Just kidding. Right.
And this is an object, not a person, so even mind blank wouldn't work.
Does it go? Can it? I thought if it was another plane, it wouldn't be able to be.
No, it bypasses everything.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh wait. I missed the last part where it says to find an object, you must have touched it at least once. I don't know if she has.
She might not have. No.
That's true.
But she.
No, because Fel wasn't in
Not
our party
likely.
when Cal handed it over to Arcturus.
What does this mean that everything that she when?
No, we're talking about discern, not vision.
That would kind of completely alter everything that has happened. So I'm willing to hand wave that.
Can we hand wave some of that?
Yeah, can we just? Yeah, I'm going to hand wave it. Say she brushed up against it at some point.
Oh no, I didn't mean that way. I meant the other way. You have to touch it to use it. She hadn't touched it.
So wait, what way do you want to hand wave it?
I mean, you're the GM, but the better for us. Whatever that looks like.
I don't even know what's better for you in this case.
I think knowing that. Honestly, I'm kind of confused as to why Cassie doesn't want to tell Burl he has it. Like, just honestly.
Well, this is the difficulty at the moment.
Yeah, let's just tell me what Cassie's thinking right now.
Okay, this is what Cassie's thinking. She is very conflicted because everything that was done was to keep Arcturus from knowing where it was. Have everybody, forget where it was, so that they could answer honestly, no, I don't know where it is, and that would be that. I wasn't expecting him to ask Fell to look at, try to figure out where it was, and then she, find out, oh, hey, it's this other guy, and he trusts Fell because of their conversations, and she's not going to lie to him, and so she believes that's the case. Cassie doesn't actually have anything on her that can stop something of Fell's level of magic. So, and there's no way to get rid of it that would be, sort of an obvious, this person stole it, and oh, look, here we go, we found it.
Just casually pull it out of his backpack during the flight and be like, oh, look, it fell in the forest. One of the packs must have stolen it.
Well, right, she was thinking about that, but then, like...
Okay,
because that's not... I don't think that's something that she would do, because she's chaotic good. Because she knows that if she does that, he'll just kill all the Pecks. From what happened to her just now.
Better them than us.
Okay.
Well.
Okay, since we seem to be a bit stuck, I'm going to kind of...
She hadn't done that yet, so she hadn't done that at the time. They're in a situation. She's in a place, and so.
Okay, so if you don't have anything,
I do.
Okay.
So she's gonna talk to Bro, and she'll find him by himself, and she'll say, so. Well, how you holding up?
I'm fine. I'm just trying to think of what the next move will be.
Yeah. We had a plan, and it's not working. I need to show you something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something that we had all agreed to at the time. But I need to show you this because it didn't work out. And she will go to his quiver. What was it?
The efficient quiver.
The efficient quiver.
Yeah, the pocket end of that stores like larger items, not the arrows.
Yeah, the javelin pocket.
Yeah. And she will go to it, and she will pull out the shard. And she says, the reason you don't remember is because you had agreed to get rid of that memory. It was actually something that you wanted to do because we figured that if none of us remembered, then we could honestly say that we didn't know where it was.
I'm gonna grab it back from Cassie real quick, just like, but when the hell did I do this?
Do you remember that wish where you wished to be able to influence Fey women?
Yes. I'm looking forward to trying it out.
Yeah, well, you didn't actually wish that. You wished for this, and you got it. I can restore those memories if you want.
Burl's like calculating and thinking. It was like, oh shit, I'm a genius.
Yes, but what we didn't expect was that Arcturus to ask Fel to find it for him. We didn't. She's really powerful, super powerful, more powerful than I thought it would be. I didn't realize there were divination spells that could see into other planes quite like this. That because it was, we'd agreed to put it in here thinking that, well, divination spells would work on different planes.
This is fine. This works. We can work with this. I put it back in the efficient quiver. Okay. So, first order of business, we'll tell Fel that she doesn't need to prepare discern location tomorrow, and I think I'm ready to negotiate with Arcturus.
Okay.
But we're going to do this a little differently.
Yeah.
And so what I suggest is we're not all going to go to the negotiation. I'm going to write a letter. And that letter just simply says Arcturus has the sardonic shard. Sincerely, Burl. And I'm going to pass that along to either Wendell or Simon, I think, is a good volunteer for this job. Their job is simply if Arcturus kills us all, to deliver the letter to Zigguth of the Seventh Facet. Long may his name be remembered. Beyond that, I'll probably want Fel to go to the negotiation simply because Arcturus probably isn't going to kill her outright. Cassie needs to be there. All in all, Cassie should not tell anyone else about Burl having the shard. And what we will simply tell Arcturus is that it is in a secure location and we're not handing it over to him. I will, however, gladly tell him, boast about how I apparently took it, don't remember it because I had my memories erased.
You think that'll make him? Well,
I mean, I'm gonna kind of go in negotiating strongly, just saying, hey, look, like, no more bullshit. Like, we know stuff. You know stuff. Let's stop trying to, beat around the bush and lie and hide things. Like, we know what you want. We have what you want. We can give you what you want. So stop being a dick. I mean, pretty straightforward. I think even he and all of his grumpiness will probably agree to that.
well, it is different, and what I've been doing hasn't been working. So let's do it.
All right. So, Burl will just simply tell the group, it's like, so I may or may not know where the sardonic shard is. Bell, you don't need to prepare a discern location. Details will be provided later at another time, but we are prepared to negotiate with Arcturus tomorrow. Everyone have a good night.
Okay. So we kind of wasted a day.
Pretty much. And Burl says, walking out of the room.
Didn't waste it. We needed to get far enough away from. Well,
Bloodthirsty murderer.
yeah. And we did get closer. It's not like he can't travel over here. I know he's very good at moving where he wants.
Yeah, I mean, it would still we did have movement advantage. Arcturus didn't have like teleport. Well, he does have teleport, but he doesn't know exactly where we went.
No, but I don't feel like we wasted it because we did go towards our destination, and we can still talk in the morning, and our spells will be renewed. But let's still just be careful.
Oh yeah, when you send Arcturus a sending tomorrow, tell him that we would appreciate if Riza is visible during the negotiations.
Yeah.
She can be armed, she can be dangerous, but we would prefer she be visible.
Everybody be visible. Yep. Can do. Yeah. Cassie and Simon will be using the stay awake wand. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the plan.
All right, so the night passes, and how are you telling Arturus this exactly? Another loan of sending? Where do you plan on having a meeting?
I honestly don't mind meeting him at the. Well, no. Considering what we're negotiating, meeting him at Stonehome would not be good.
No.
Like we probably saw a good clearing or something, maybe a mile north of Stonehome. We can tell him to meet there.
I mean, if we're all going this direction anyway, did you want to meet at the lake?
The place you were planning on spying from the Citadel in the first place?
Well, we had never picked an exact location.
Well, I mean, but we can describe it and say.
I'm saying we literally had never picked an exact location, though.
But I'm saying that we can describe it, and I mean, and the distance it is from the place, and sort of the markers to look for.
Sure. I mean,
because he can get there really fast, and honestly, if he has to use a spell or if he uses a spell to get there, that's even better for us.
Okay. You pick the location.
Okay, so I want to pick a location that's that would be easy to find if you had the proper markers.
Okay, so the Citadel is here. The easiest place to find is probably here, the closest point between the river and the lake. Because it's a clear point geographically from overhead, and it's relatively small enough where it should be easy to get like a single landmark to go around.
Okay, how many miles out is it? About, is it like 20 miles?
It's about 10 miles from the Citadel. Maybe 8 or so miles from the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd say about 10 miles away.
Okay. I mean, that sounds like a good idea. So sort of open. Yeah.
Or if you, yeah, the only other thing would be maybe somewhere around here, around this lake here. If your spells aren't long range enough to go 10 miles out.
Oh yeah. I can definitely. The further is better. So the first one.
Yeah, I just didn't know like with insect spies.
Oh, I don't know.
Insect spies lasts a while, but we were going to use an animal messenger to move them into locations, so that won't be a problem.
Okay. All right, so it should be fine here. It'd be like an hour trip over to the Citadel, but that should still work. All right, so you guys get prepared in the morning, and fly on over there. So,
yeah, to kind of just what I'll have is Griff will have his usual Greater Magic Fang and Greater Long Strider on, and everyone will have Life Bubble. Beyond that, I'll put Bark Skin on us once we've arrived on me and Griff. I think past that, everything else will just have to be done when it's actually needed.
Everybody has a potion of ablative barrier to use when you want. That's the one that.
And Magic Investment.
Great. Yeah, that's the one that for every auto attack, you basically 5 of that damage becomes non-lethal. It's really good for if you drop below 0 in one attack, for instance, and need to heal back a bunch.
Yep.
Yeah. Beyond that, let me think. Yeah. I will have a bark skin from Simon for both Cassie and Simon.
I don't have that on my list. We had a potion of ablative barrier.
Yes, he has been making them.
Yeah, an extract that he can share with other people.
No, this is a potion.
Okay.
Specifically a potion. He's been making them. It lasts for 3 hours.
I'll probably use it once we know Arcturus is on the way.
Yeah, can't hurt. And I think he'll go ahead and prepare resist energy communal electricity.
Yeah, put that on us once we're sure he's on the way.
Once he's sure he's on the way, yeah. What else? Yeah, he'll have a perceive cues to sort of, and as well as see invisibility, just in case that she doesn't come visible. Freedom of movement.
Yeah, I'll probably split a freedom of movement between me and Griff after a little bit of time has passed and we're sure Arcturus is on his way.
Right. His regular and large long arms for Cassie. They'll have heightened. I'll use the heightened awareness wand right before he gets there. Yeah, that'll about do for that kind of stuff. Yeah, but she'll say the place, the intention, just like Burl had wanted. That we're going to talk.
Okay. So the people there would be Burl, Fell, and who else?
Cassie?
Cassie, Burl, Fell, Simon and Wendell will... Oh, Griff will be there, obviously. Simon and Wendell... which one of them wants to volunteer for letter duty, I guess?
Simon doesn't want to be near Arcturus.
So Simon has the letter, and if Cassie does not give him a sending spell with an all clear, or if we don't come to retrieve him with an all clear at the end of day, he knows to deliver the letter.
He can also actually. He can. Let me check. He can use the sending spell wand.
Okay, so yeah, he can do a sending to Zigguth of the Seventh Facet. Long may his name be remembered, if needed.
Okay.
Yeah. Or dispenser. It should still work across planes.
Well, I mean, he is not there, and we have options.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody who is there, roll me perception checks.
Yay. Heightened awareness, put a +2 on both of them. Do we have an invisibility alarm spell, by the way?
Yes, Simon does.
Yeah, have him drop that for us before he leaves. If well,
yeah,
he can do a if it pings, he can do an emergency sending to us. How about that?
Well, he can give the extract to Cassie, and she can drink it and set it up.
Okay, yeah, okay, then yeah, that.
So that's what'll work. That's what'll happen.
Okay.
That'll work. He got a 45.
So did Burl.
All right. So you approach the area and you see.
Oh, we were going to be there before we told Arcturus where to go. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, like absolutely, we would be there first and then tell him to come to us.
Okay. Okay. Well, as you approach, Fel, you actually see they had the same thought about a general area to spy from and are already here. They're not exactly where you're going out because you didn't specify the location, but they are within like a half a mile of this place.
Okay, they probably saw us as well, but I guess Fel tells us, and
I would like to note that Fel's long range vision is 4 times as strong as everybody else. So that's actually not a guarantee.
okay. Well, I mean, we still.
Well, do you see anything?
Looks like they had kind of the same idea as us. They're still a ways away, but in the general area.
Okay,
Spooky.
let's make this quick then. We're gonna land, get set up. Everyone knows their jobs.
Yep.
Okay. So you send the sending spell. Tell me exactly how you say it.
Right. So this is the one telling him that.
Inviting him over.
Inviting him over. Yes. We're ready to negotiate. Come half mile southwest or whatever direction. And we'll have our talk.
Okay. He responds, fine. And cuts it off.
One word.
It's like it says up to 25 words. You can't just do one word.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to use every single word. You know,
I was actually looking that up as one point. It's like, would you keep on going or like what? No, so you can cut it off whenever you want. So yeah, he just says fine and cuts it off.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves.
But I'm imagining if it was someone who didn't know what the spell did. You know, I mean, he does obviously, but if it was someone else, it's like, you know, fine. So anyway, about this girl, I was, you know, and he keeps on talking to his friends. We didn't need to hear that. Oh, no, oh.
Yeah. So he is in his full battle gear. Like around the stone home, he kind of let his guard down the slightest amount. But in this case, he is buffed up like you guys with longer duration magic. And even has a shocking grasp ready and waiting on his sword, holding the charge for it. Just because. And yeah. And yeah, the he approaches, sees you guys.
You got some fantastic coloring on you.
Yeah, what range on bladed dash? That far away, please.
It's 10 feet. Don't worry, you're fine.
Yeah, I'd call BS on that.
And you see Riza behind him, not hiding at all. She is just kind of, holding her rifle, and just she's behind him and just kind of looking at you guys, gauging the situation.
So I'm going to start things off here. I'll just take the floor for a moment. And I'm sitting on Griff. I have a lance out. Like, just obviously things are tense, but I'm just going to get it started. So here's the thing. There seems to be some real confusion about ownership of a certain item and who stole it from who. None of that matters anymore. So here's what it's going to come down to. And I believe the offer I'm about to make you is more than fair. I believe that you will agree to it. I'm not, bullshitting at all. So let me get started. And for effect, because it has to be inspected closely, I'm going to pull out the fake sardonic shard and just kind of be like um, tapping it, looking at it. It's like, so, funny story. I actually had no idea that I had a certain item in my possession. Apparently, I was so clever that I did a thing and then erased my memory of it happening. But now that we're here and you want it back, again, I am willing to hand over ownership. There are terms, and I will now lay them out. Firstly, some cleanup on details. Let's agree with the resolution of the situation here afterward that we'll just let all the animosity and potential killings and attempted murders, all of it's gone. We'll just let it all wipe away. We won't hold anything else against you. You won't try to do it anymore. In more specific details, we would like you to let go of the whole ego stroking you're trying to do with Simon. We know you don't actually want him working under you. You just are trying to use it as a negotiation point. 2, don't try to kill Thoradin after we bring him back to life. Just please. 3rd, and here's the sticking point. I will not hand it over to you directly. Instead, we will hand it over to a third party. A third party that I believe you can trust. I will hand the sardonic shard over to Spencer the Fencer, who, instead of you, will be the one in charge of all mining operations in here. I believe this will strike a good balance between you wanting to achieve resources versus me wanting things not to be ransacked into oblivion. Beyond that, it's just kind of clean up on details, right? Am I forgetting anything, guys?
That's pretty much it.
Oh, right.
I'm kind of in the dark regarding what we're talking about, but okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't need. You can have any artifacts we find in the tower that are not related to biological life. Anything related to minerals, resources, land formations, you have at it. If there happens to be something related to the creation or sustaining of plant life, animal life, I would like to take that. And as an added bonus to you, what I will say is that it has been graciously handed over by Arcturus of the Technic League to the Druidic Order, that I pass it along to whoever ends up getting it. Anything not related to biological life will be yours. The Onyx Key itself, you can take possession of. The Sardonic Shard will remain in the safe location I have specified until it can be handed over to Spencer the Fencer directly. I believe this is fair, and if there's any cleanup on minor details, let us negotiate. I guess I'll roll my diplomacy there.
I would like to assist with, and hey, this could get you an in with the Druidic Order. At least, get them willing to hear you out.
More like just less of them pissed off at him to the extreme degree they are.
Well,
but,
yeah.
All right, I really, really wish I had something, but roll it.
Oh.
Okay, well, we broke a 40 with the assist.
Yep, I was going to... I would have given you bestow insight diplomacy, but here we go.
Oh, okay. If
which is
put any bonuses on that, but that's
I believe
my
for
roll.
you a +9.
I imagine that would be a preparation that would have been done well beforehand.
Yes. So that's +9, +2 for me. I don't imagine you don't need me to roll, but I will anyway, because why not? All right, yeah, that assists, and so +9 +2 is 50.
Okay. So he hears that out, and he starts chuckling. You are a talented negotiator. There are many things in there that I can agree to. But did you think I would not miss the trap that you laid? I'm just supposed to take your word for it that you will hand over the shard later? Do you think me a fool?
In my defense, I am a follower of Yomade, and my word is actually worth something. If you need me to offer some guarantees in some other way, or provide something of collateral, fine. What do you want?
His word is absolutely trustworthy. He's never said something that he knew to. He's never said something that he's known to be false in a true way. He's never lied like that.
Two problems with that. One, I have seen many supposed righteous men fall to the corruption of the whirlwind. Two, even if he is as righteous as he claimed, that does not prevent others from betraying those words regardless. You have a Fae in your party, and Cassie tried to trick me with an illusion to get this whole thing started.
What are you talking about?
Cassie, just no. Like we said no more bullshit. Like it's just no more bullshit.
Even if I have guarantee from you, I cannot accept a situation where there's the possibility that you take advantage of your position and lock down the stone road or hand the onyx key to someone else.
Okay. Well, how do you want to achieve a guarantee on that? Because I mean, I'm serious on these negotiations. How do you want to enforce it? That's the question now.
Hand over the onyx key now, and everything else will be acceptable.
You see, that's the thing. We also don't trust your word, and that's why we're holding on to it as collateral. The sardonic shards player. Like the onyx key is still in the hands of this is out of character. The onyx key is still in the hands of the Ironfang, right?
Yes, Xerxes has the rest of the onyx key.
Okay.
I mean, a good negotiation is something where both parties walk away not happy about it. We're not happy about.
No, I mean that's a terrible way to look at it. What we need is something that we can both be satisfied with.
I mean, we're
even
both
if we
satisfied.
Don't get exactly what we want.
Of course, no. We're both getting what we want, but we're also not getting exactly what we want. That's a good. That just happens in negotiation.
I'm gonna start just juggling the fake sardonic shard in one hand, toss it up, catch it, toss it up, catch it.
I can think of one way I'll be satisfied.
Right.
That's not ominous, but go on.
Cassie thinks inside her head, "Oh, I wonder what it is."
A fellow, make me a perception check. Okay. You start to hear a voice. It sounds like it's yelling and trying to be heard, but it's really hard to notice it for some reason.
Where is it coming from?
It's coming from closer to Arcturus. It's a younger female voice.
Out of character, how the heck did he know that it was an illusion?
He passed the will save.
No, he didn't. You said he needed to get a 50.
No, the skill check, but the will save was separate. It was physically interacting with his body.
Okay. It was something he couldn't see, really. Okay, fine.
I'm more worried about apparently something he has taken hostage in his pants.
If he hadn't passed the will save, he might have been more inclined to listen to that situation.
Yeah, because I didn't understand that. I was like, isn't so okay? So the will save.
That's another thing. If I had heard about that ahead of time, I might have been able to better explain that. So
Okay, because it's like he hadn't seen me do any spell things with my hands. You know, it was something that he couldn't really see from behind him. So I thought it had passed, and he was just being a pill about it.
no, it was interacting with him, so he got a save. Is how I look at it.
I'm okay. I think I know how I'll renegotiate, but I'm going to let things play out for the moment.
Okay.
I have an idea based on depending on what happens next.
Yeah, it's a younger female voice, somewhat monotone or slightly less emotional than you'd think for that age.
Does it sound like it's coming from somewhere near Arcturus or like directly on him?
It's not directly on him. It's
I wonder if it's Cassandra bitching at him about something.
no, it's actually not from inside his helmet either.
All right, Phil is just going to try and focus and see if she can make out what.
Yeah, it's up to you, Fel. Go for it.
Okay, so as you focus in on it, you actually realize, wait a minute, someone is there. I just couldn't see them. And you see, what is a? I've been trying to find it this whole time, but I can't. What does Varys look like?
Oh, hold on. I have. I can send it to you real quick. Send it through Discord.
I have her.
I was wondering if she had snuck in here with us.
I have her sheet, but I don't know a general description for her.
I have just the icon that I was using. Give me a moment. I'll find it.
Just a character question. So, one of the things that makes Brazen Deceiver so nice is that they have bonus to impossible lies, and I don't feel like that's really been taken into consideration much. Is that something you've been considering at all?
Here you go, Rogue.
Just curious. Anyway.
Like my entire thought process was it physically interacted with him, and if you interact with an illusion, you get a will save.
It was on his armor.
If I had a chance to, if I knew about it ahead of time, I might have been able to figure out something more satisfying.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put it on his skin. I had it on his armor on the backside of him, but I mean he would have maybe heard something. So yeah, it's
something interacting with your armor seems close enough.
Okay. Okay. Well, then it's a pretty crappy spell then. If I can have, said it earlier, set up a phrase so that it's not obvious that it was cast. Like that was the entire reason I got it, but it doesn't work like I thought it did. Apparently.
I mean, you could have put it on his wall nearby instead of on him.
I think what he was trying to he was trying to make it sound like someone else had put it there to begin with. So yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
And I had it on his armor because the entire point was that somebody else put it there so that they could have heard what was going on, so that she would have reason to come back and say what she really wanted. That was the entire thing. And I figured if it's on his armor, he's not actually feeling it, but that's up to GM interpretation. I just misjudged what you would think is interacting with. That's all.
I mean, to be fair, Cassandra is in the armor too, and probably would have detected something.
She has a much lower will save than he does. Yeah,
so like if something interacts with your armor or weapon, you don't get a will save to see if it's an illusion. Like that's right. If that's true, then
he couldn't see it. That's the thing.
I'm saying if that's true, then if you swing your sword on an illusion, that's not enough to get a will save.
No, but it's not on whatever. I just understood it differently. That's all.
Yeah, continue. And I mean, I had to make a decision in a moment, and that's what it was. I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Okay.
Well, my question is, if he couldn't see it, then what's the point of having the illusion there in the first place?
The act of dispelling it.
The act of dispelling it was the entire point. Was that he would hear what sounded like something being dispelled, and then it would have. I had all the stuff there. I had the invisibility ink. I had the the alchemical solution to wipe it off. So I was like preparing all this stuff, and then he just beats a will save. So that's why I'm a little bit upset. But it's fine. It's fine. Rules are rules. Let's continue.
Yeah, apparently Varys also followed us into the vault. Fun.
Yeah. And she's kind of just like, hello, can you see me? Uncle Arky.
Because her stealth is so high, she can't be seen.
And she's like, no, this is going poorly. I got to stop this. Yeah, so, Fel, that's what you see.
No, what did she say? Uncle what?
Uncle
Artie.
Uncle Artie.
All right, so Fel is just sort of like squinting in a general direction, and then she just voices out of nowhere while all this tense negotiation is going on. Who's Uncle Artie?
Arcturus just kind of pauses and kind of does a face palm. Oh, God.
The laugh can be heard around the world.
Remember, Varys's base land speed is like 90 feet or some shit. No, that was it's 60 feet. Like, she can just move 60 feet each round without haste. On haste, she has 90 feet.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so it says, "Hi, Varys." Aha! Finally. And now that one person has pointed them out, it becomes much easier for everybody else to see Varys. Those with low perception scores still might have some issues.
Cassie can see invisibility, too. So.
She's not invisible.
Oh, right.
She's just that good. She has plus 56 stealth when not invisible.
She's like down in the grass and stuff.
I'm bringing up that character sheet just because I gotta see this shit again.
And that was at that level.
Gosh. Fun.
This is after leveling up. I asked him to. Well, oh no, this is still level 13.
No, it's level 16. Remember, she has 3 levels of rogue.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah. No, I asked RPG to level up Varys.
She's a much better sword now.
Yeah. And so no, Varys is like, okay. Now that
right, she has Damping Presence and Hellcat stealth now. No wonder she can't be seen.
Don't fight, jeez. Look, I know you're missing Nico, but come on.
I think Burl actually has met Varys, so that's kind of amusing.
Yeah. That's what I've been telling him, Riza says.
Yeah, gotta listen to the women in your life.
So, gee, if only there was someone who you could trust, who could take the Onyx key and ensure that it got to Spencer. I wonder who that could be.
I mean, Burl knows Varys is trustworthy. He just shrugs.
Who's this? Who's this Burl?
That's Varys. She was the one who went into the worked with Cain and Thornton for a while.
Oh, okay. Super stealth lady?
Oh yeah.
She's like,
Archer. I can't see her.
I barely can. That's new to me. Is that some kind of technology?
Yeah, she's very technological. I met her briefly back in Crackadan.
And you see 2 lines appear in the ground that form an X. It says, look, that's where I'm at right now, okay?
Like, I could fairy fire you if you want.
Yeah, actually, would you?
Yeah.
I'll pull out the wand and just hit her with a fairy fire.
Okay, now you see an outline of Varys.
Okay. There she is. That's amazing.
She's actually not even invisible.
She's like hiding behind the light waves.
Yeah, she's literally hiding within the light itself.
I mean, I can trust Varys.
So can I.
I trust Burl, so I trust Varys.
I'll toss the fake shard when Varys catches it. I say, all right. So also that's the fake one that Arcturus made, and I'll pull out the real one and toss it over as well.
And she snatches it in the air and says, "There we go. Problem solved." I wasn't supposed to hop up, but I'd kind of avoid like seeing Uncle Artie and my friends kill each other.
No. Great, good timing. Excellent timing.
Translation: y'all fucked up so bad I had to step in.
No, it
I know.
out of character, it felt like a perfect conclusion to RBG's idea. I don't see this as a punishment, but as a reward for a good thought.
Remember, he only has he has one less hero point now. Remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
See, so now Spencer will keep an eye on this. Will go over to Spencer, and everything else is fine.
Sure. I guess let's work on this tower and try to see what's inside it. What's say, everybody?
Yeah, out of character, I didn't get to hit Arcturus with one kind of one-liner. If he had tried to act like he was so much smarter than everyone, I would have told him, just because you're smart doesn't mean everyone else is dumb. But I didn't get to say that.
I disagree. You're all stupid. No.
That is a good conclusion.
All right. So let's spell it up. Find out what's inside there.
Now that that's been done, it's like, oh, by the way, everyone, apparently that was what I used my wish on, taking the shard back. I don't actually have powers over Fey women yet.
Oh, you hear that, Wendell? Your sister's safe.
You never had powers to begin with. Oh.
Well, anyway, thank you all for going along with my plan on the whole erase the memories of everyone in the party. If anyone needs to have that undone, Cassie can see to it later, but apparently all we did was add a little bit of garnish to some bullshit, so...
Yes, give me my memories back.
I after we get out of here, I might... It's a high-level spell. I will do it. But we might need it.
Archer says, "Wait. There is still one last subject we should probably discuss. I take it Cassie explained to you why I tried to kill her."
But the whole trying to blackmail you thing?
Yes.
I figure you tried to kill me, so...
Oh, yeah. So, backing up a bit, I don't really care as long as you're willing to put in the effort to deal with the Ironfang now. I won't tell anyone. Wendell doesn't give a shit either, do you, Wendell?
Nope. As long as you don't try to kill me.
And Simon doesn't care as long as you let him walk free. Right, Simon?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's Simon's bluff check?
Let him walk free. Oh, Simon's bluff check? I didn't give him anything to... Oh, wow.
He has a +1.
Yeah.
I mean, I care a little, but I care about other stuff more. Okay, fine.
He's a lot better at sensing than bluffing.
Yeah. He's like, I know that's not going to fly. That was always the plan. I just want to be clear. Her access and ability with technology has outstripped any aid I have given her. And I still have yet to understand why. All technology requires energy. To get energy, you must have a generator of some sort. The batteries that we sell in a general store will not work with weapons. They are incompatible. They only work with non-lethal technology. I have altered them to cause that, which means they have built their own batteries from their own generator. Somehow.
So you're implying that someone provided them the information necessary to do that?
Or they figured out how to make one themselves.
That's a 45. Is Simon feeling okay about that?
Yeah, he's actually telling the truth.
So
He will give a slight nod to Cassie.
I mean, Xanathura is, reportedly pretty damn smart from what we've gathered. I wouldn't be surprised if she was able to reverse engineer something.
Perhaps. The other thing I didn't plan on was resources. Technology is an extremely expensive ordeal, especially if you're figuring it out for yourself. I ensured they wouldn't have enough access to resources to do much on their own, but I did not recognize that they had access to a vault like this. They have basically infinite wealth here. And they have likely utilized that to conduct enough experiments to figure things out for themselves.
Sort of like that that brain bomb they used with that
Brain bombs go splody boom boom.
yeah, that one.
That isn't how I would phrase it, but yes.
You mean the one on the tower?
The one
The one that he that back
was
in the
killing the
city that
slaves.
you sort of grabbed out of someone's head.
Yeah. Yes. That's like yes. They used the resources of this vault to be able to make an unprecedented levels of technology. Normally, I don't need to, like I said, you can't stop genius, but you can stop the resources normally. There isn't enough resources on the material plane for anybody to do what they've done here. But they did find this place, which I did not expect.
Okay, so we get rid of the folks running this place. Stop this place from going onto the material plane, and we're good to go. We spent today doing some investigation of the place from afar, and then maybe tomorrow we go for it.
Yes. And I don't know what kind of generator they're using, but it could potentially be dangerous. Keep an eye out for it.
What does the generator give off any kind of energy, or what do you think would be a way to prevent being damaged by something like that? You said it's dangerous.
Yes. Resistance fire and electricity will help a lot. But there is always a physical aspect to these explosions that are difficult to defend against.
Okay.
Yeah, we were up close to an explosion before. That wasn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. That was my first clue that they had gone far beyond what they could have. Should be impossible to make that much cyclox.
All right, that tower that
Right,
went
the tower that
up like tinder.
Yeah, we managed to be okay because we were fortified against a lot of the damage that was coming out, and we weren't super close. We were on the outskirts of that battle.
And we still got hit kind of hard by it.
Oh, very hard. Yeah. Anybody, if we were as close to the center as most of the rest of them were, we would have been probably annihilated too, or at least injured a lot more. Certainly a lot more than we were. All right, let's set up.
Hopefully, if we corner them, they won't go crazy and try to detonate the entire citadel. But do you think that might be something they would do?
Xerxes is not suicidal. She's too driven for that.
And this is the center of their power. That there's no. If she tries to destroy this, there's no coming back from that. She strikes me as maybe the kind of person who might want to leave and come back later.
She's a visionary. I do believe that the nonsense they are spouting about a nations for monsters had some level of honesty to it. But it is far easier said than done. You can unite many people under war, but it is much more difficult to unite them under peace. And their society is one that only knows war.
Okay. Let's go ahead and try to figure out what's inside there. What do you say?
He nods.
Well, after I consulted with Lord Pycon, I know of only a few things. There's definitely some crazy traps in there, and there are some technological defenses. So we've got that to look forward to.
Oh, quick editor's note. He did say yes to the undead thing. I said
yes,
no.
undead.
I said no initially, but it was actually yes.
Oh, and there are undead there. Fun. Oh, and spell resistance could be a problem. Most definitely will be a problem, so not going to be a problem for Griff, but if anyone uses magic, keep that in mind and try and think if you have any ways to bypass that.
Say that one more time. I missed the beginning of it.
Spell resistance is going to be a problem.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Okay.
They do not like magic. They'll have many ways to try to counteract magic.
So we shouldn't go in there thinking that our spells will be working.
At least be ready for them to not be.
Okay. Well, luckily for you guys, my songs don't have anything to do with straight up magic. You still get it'll still energize you.
It is also a psychological advantage if you do get arcane magic to work against them. It might instill fear into many. Although the ones guarding the citadel are likely more mentally strong than most others. But there is still an army outside the citadel as well that we must deal with. But I have a plan for that.
Want to share?
I'll blow them all up.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
I'm currently gathering some insects to use for the in the bird to use for the insect spy and animal messenger spells.
Yeah. I can commune with birds.
You find a crystal beetle.
Do I find 4 crystal beetles?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. What kind of bird do I find?
It's shooting out lots of lasers down from the sky, and it's really annoying, especially since it's guarding a little insect bench to sit down on.
What?
Nobody's getting the reference. Okay, fine.
No, I felt like I was close to it. I was just kind of
That
scratching
sounds almost close to Rick and Morty with
Do any of you
Bird Person.
recognize? Do any of you recognize the image I just posted in the chat?
Oh, let me go back to the chat.
I mean, it looks similar to the game you got me for my birthday a while back, but
Wait, which chat am I looking at?
The RP notes. It's a crystal beetle.
Oh, no,
it's
I don't recognize
adorable.
that.
But no.
Okay, sorry. Never mind. Okay, that's from Hollow Knight. It's a Chris.
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah.
It's a Hollow Knight is a game where everybody's an insect and there's one area that's all crystal.
I may have recognized some things from a Hollow Knight. I haven't played through the whole thing yet, but
Yeah, that's a boss from the area with all the crystals. And it's when you go, you think you found a rest point, but then it's a boss battle instead. And the first time through, I got killed and had to go on the way. Anyway, okay, insect spies.
and all right, so it's gonna last at my current level like 2.5 hours. We're gonna use an animal messenger to send the bird carrying the beetles to the tower, and they're gonna drop off and start exploring. I can switch between my senses with the beetles as they explore the place. So I can actually see it myself. When that's happening, I'm kind of blind, and I'm both blind and deaf where I'm actually sitting, but all of you are there with me. What I'll do is I'll kind of be doing some shitty drawings, like kind of showing what I'm seeing.
Yeah. I mean, if you see someone there, does oh wait, you actually get your own sight and sound?
Yeah, with Greater Insect Spies, I can switch my sensory input with one of the insects as a move action, and I can see and hear what it sees and hears, and I can just that's basically it.
That's freaking sweet. I'm going to try using clairaudience and clairvoyance.
And I'll use my telescope to scout out the general region, see if there's any movement coming or going.
Okay.
And if you find out that someone's there, I can use greater scrying if I know the person.
Okay. Some beetles.
Okay. You find some local insect wildlife and send them out. First thing you come across is the area outside. There is about a 50-foot wide bridge crossing the lake and going to an island that has the Onyx Citadel. And on the island, and then in a further place up on the island is where the Citadel stands, up on top of a mountain area.
I see gammas.
Yeah. So in the island, you see a huge amount of troops there. There's thousands of them. Mostly hobgoblins, but there's also still a few minotaurs and trolls left.
Ooh, we might be able to convince the Minotaurs to just lay down their arms and get out of the way, letting them know that we've reached a deal with their brethren about taking ownership of the Hollowed Hills.
Arcturus is like, that will not mesh well with my plan to blow them all up.
We're talking about the ones inside the. Well, I mean,
Let them blow it up. Let them do it. Just kill them all.
I mean, we're talking about trolls and Minotaurs, right?
Kill them all.
The trolls probably they're such an individualistic group that I don't think we'd be able to negotiate with them. The Minotaurs, I really do think we have a chance of getting them to get the fuck out of there. How about this? Cassie, with your clairvoyance and clairaudience, can you take note of a minotaur, and we can. I don't want to give them too much of a heads up, but right before the operation begins, we can tell them that they have so much. Tell them, use sending to send the message saying, "Hey, your people have negotiated to the ownership of the Hollowed Hills in exchange for not working with the Ironfang Legion. Get out of there because we're about to blow it up."
And Arthur is like, I should probably be more specific on it to be, like really cool and such. Reza, remind me to record when we initiate the explosion. Spencer will want to see it. The technology that they did get from me all have embedded explosives.
I'm just saying we do. I mean, if they get caught in the explosion because they want to fight us, or if they want to, or they're just fucking slow, I just want to make sure that we've done our part. It's important to be able to say that we didn't leave them to die without giving them a chance.
I think he's saying if they leave with their weapons, they're gonna blow up.
Well, then we tell them to drop the technology weapons when they leave. Like they have, we'll give them like less than a minute to get the fuck out. Honestly,
I also someone plans on hacking all of their Cyclex stores and detonating those.
Let them go boom boom.
I'm just saying we give the Minotaurs a chance to flee. Literally, that's all I'm saying.
Fine.
I mean, I think it's a good idea because if I can find a leader while I'm doing my clairaudience,
I mean, specifically telling them that we've liberated Kasaruk and any hold that Ironfang has means nothing now, would probably enable at least a good number of them to get out of there.
Okay. So we can do what we can, and
deliver any message you guys wanted. They won't see me.
I think.
Oh, is that Varys?
Yeah.
But how good are you at avoiding explosions, though? Because if they decide,
Varys is like godly at avoiding explosions.
Oh,
I don't think I don't think I can get hit by explosions.
Hey, hold on. I think she might actually have improved evasion in her. No. She has the evasion from the rogue class, and she didn't level that up further.
If you think you can do it, I mean, I'm not going to stop you, but we have other options.
Remember, Varys has evasion and stalwart.
I'll have the resistances and some stone skin. That should be enough to catch any stray bits that I don't dodge.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Did you want to just whisper it in the ear of a leader there, or did you want to give them a note? Probably whispering it's better.
Yeah, I'll just whisper it to them, and after that's done, I could just probably stick around, making sure taking out any leaders or any attempt to organize resistance.
Okay, Burl, write down exactly what you want her to say.
All right, I'll start writing something.
Yeah, just so that she'll have it easily and and there won't be any confusion, because goodness knows there's going to be a lot of confusion. That way she can just read it off, and if they decide to stay, they stay. If they decide to go, they go. But we're at least giving them a chance. I think it's a good middle ground to what both of you want.
So I'll just probably stick around afterwards, and if they try to have the survivors come together to organize, I'll kill the leader and sneak away. And I'll just keep on doing that over and over.
That sounds excellent. Sounds good.
That should altogether prevent any backup from coming to the Citadel.
Okay. Sure.
So as you fly over there, you see that there are these ruby-winged gargoyles flying around. They are patrolling the skies and keeping an eye out on things. There are also some flying robots.
Flying robots.
Yep. So where you're on this page. So where are you looking around?
The insects, I'm going to check how much instruction I can give them, but I'm pretty sure I can split them up and have them kind of just go all over the place.
Okay. You can only look through like one at a time, but
yeah, but it's a move action to switch. I can easily do that.
yeah. Okay. And how many do you have?
4.
Okay. I want you to tell me where you're pulling them in, because where you go might depend on if they're hurt. Anyone would attack them or whatnot.
Yeah, I was gonna say they are each size is fine. They have a movement speed regularly of 5 feet, climb speed of 5, fly speed of 20, perfect maneuverability. They have a total perception. Okay, I mean, that's not relevant if I'm looking through their eyes. Here we go. Stealth equal to 18 plus half your caster level. So it's currently their stealth skill is plus 26. Oh, hey, it actually is. It's actually mentioned right here that they can climb onto other creatures.
The only other thing worth noting is, aside from general hobgoblins, there's archers at a lot of the openings.
Fickle winds.
There also seems to be at least one cleric at each main opening. They have a holy symbol to Hadragash.
Okay. What's the big spider with a trident on the bridge?
Ah, yes. Knowledge engineering.
I draw a really bad picture of it, but I describe the colors and whatnot.
So you are able to say kind of where it is?
Yeah, I pointed out.
Okay, I will clairvoyance that area.
Okay. That's visual, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, that is visual only, I believe.
Visual only, yes.
Okay, so you get a close-up look of the Warmonger. That's the name you learn it is from Arcturus.
At least it's not an annihilator.
And I will be using my. I'm asking Simon for his knowledge potion. The focus scrutiny. No, that is perceived cues. Actually, I'm thinking. Investigative mind. That's it. Investigative mind. That's what I'm thinking of. And she'll be making herself more, much better at knowledges as well. Okay, so she's going to roll now.
Does
If I can find it.
does clairvoyance let you send sound through, or like clairvoyance or clairaudience let you send sound through, or do you only?
No, I can only see or hear. It's not both ways. Now, scrying, regular scrying. At this level, I think I have a 5 times 16, a 40% chance, or I think it's 40% chance at this level, to be able to send a message through, and greater scrying, I can definitely send a message through, but they can't see me.
Again, was like, can anyone cast a spell to let me send my voice through it to to talk to my stuff.
Why would you talk to your stuff?
Why don't you ask for your stuff in person once we get there?
Let him talk to this stuff. His stuff might kill things for us.
Yes, Gamma, is there a chance that by having you talk to your stuff would aid us in our reclaiming of your stuff?
Of course, it's my stuff. My stuff is my stuff. It's very useful.
Arcturus, do you have
Told
any
you.
idea what Gamma's stuff is?
Gammas is just laughing hysterically. Oh, I know exactly what it is, but I can't spoil it.
Let him do it.
Tell you what, Gamma, we'll do that tomorrow as we prepare to go in.
Excellent. I can finally get my stuff back. Okay.
All right. That's actually, say, +6 +2 plus. It's at least a 30.
Okay. So the Warmonger has an automatic crossbow built in, as well as like 3 big weapons. That is not the best description. The best.
wow.
It has, in addition to that, there's a huge amount of weapons being held by it and used, not just
And
the
he used like multiple at once type thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That is clearly the most dangerous thing there. But like I said, there's also a lot of archers that have line of sight, as well as a handful of clerics.
Okay. I want to know its weaknesses, if it has any, as one of the pieces of information.
This one, Simon, from what the knowledge checks you guys are getting, this seems to be something that the Xeomorans built originally, not something not a piece of technology. As such, it doesn't have the weaknesses of robust to electricity and stuff, but you will need adamantine and bludgeoning to get through it.
Adamantine and bludgeoning, okay.
Oh, if the weapon's +4, that's enough for the adamantine part, but it still needs to be bludgeoning no matter what.
I have piercing, sadly.
Yeah,
I have slashing.
Now, Wendell does have the ability to clustered shots, which lets him have the DR only applies once against his whole attack.
Thankfully, Griff's attacks are considered adamantine.
Yeah, but they're not bludgeoning. We don't have any bludgeoning.
I know the bite's bludgeoning, at least. I don't know about the claws, though.
I mean,
wait, what's bludgeoning?
I'm pretty sure the bite's considered. The bite can be anything.
The bite was piercing, I thought.
Bite can be anything.
It's all 3, actually.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Okay, yeah, so basically we'll follow this kind of example, basically with Burl leading the way, and then I'll sort of follow up using my spells and knowledges behind him.
Okay.
Was there anything else notable in that area besides I got the archers and cleric at each main opening to Hagerdash, the Warmonger, and what you just said. Did I get any more knowledges on top of that, or is that about it with a 30?
30 what?
It's at least a 30. Let me.
What was the skill again? A 30 for what?
30 for engineering.
30 for engineering. Yeah, you just get 1 piece of information.
Now Simon, well, yeah, it's not. If it was scrying, he'd be able to see through it. I don't think that clairaudience actually lets someone else see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but scrying does, but clairaudience does not. Okay.
Yeah, so you get to see what you can see in all the weapons that it has. It has a gigantic pick, a wrecking ball, a scythe, and just its lots of arms, as well as a crossbow.
Okay, so basically, it's a good idea to to, if it's possible, to attack from afar. Don't let that
Kill
thing
it,
get too
kill it
close.
quick.
Yeah, kill it quick. Don't let it get close. Because it's nasty. It's got a bunch of melee weapons on it.
The place that it is guarding has a lot of line of sight from other people as well, though.
Right, but they're mostly archers, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, there are a few that have technological weapons as well as bows. So down south, it's that those are the most notable things. There's various troops here and there. You see a couple trolls, so a few guys on, well, not horseback, but some kind of horse-like creature. Along the top area, the southwestern tower seems to be where more of the animals and the ruby and the gargoyles.
Do I see Ferdinand?
Yes,
Oh,
he is being ridden on by some of them.
Oh, hey, Ferdinand's there.
what? I'm gonna clairvoyance that area.
Southwest.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I want to see Ferdinand.
If we can't get him to stand down, we may have to put him down.
I can make him stand down. It'll be a spell maybe that I'll have to use, but I can make him stand down.
Maybe Griff can convince him.
I can tell him to leave and
Never come back.
leave this place of war and strife and live your own life peacefully. That's the best I can do for
Or
him.
we convince him to start eating the hobgoblins for us.
I'll see what I can do. I hope he remembers me. I really miss him.
Okay, so the southwest tower seems to be some kind of stables, and you see Ferdinand being brushed by a hobgoblin.
Does it look like that hobgoblin actually cares for Ferdinand, or that he's doing it because he has to? Like, is this someone who genuinely appreciates animals, or someone that is just doing a job because they have to do the job?
Sense motive?
Okay, yeah.
Actually, no. You have use handle animal.
Oh, yeah. I have.
I just realized you're really good with animals. You should be able to tell this.
Yeah, it's a 40.
Okay. Yes, this one at least does. You can't promise that the rest of the hobgoblins do, but there has been a reasonable amount of hobgoblins with animal companions.
All right. Well, in Cassie's mind, it's like, fine. If I come across this one in general, he might be. I at least won't try to kill him. In my head.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Ferdinand doesn't get caught up in the explosion.
Don't. Did you say that out loud?
Now, the explosion is separate. The army is like off of this map to the north. The Onyx Citadel is.
I was like, don't even joke about that.
It wouldn't be the first time we brought him back from the dead.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, he seems to be taken care of reasonably well. But yeah, so she pulls Wendell aside and says, Wendell, okay, I have this hamster. I really care about him. Please, 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 do not, don't try to kill him.
It's the hamster with a mohawk. It stands out.
Just unless he's trying to kill you, in which case I understand. But just let me worry about him.
No guarantees.
Please, Wendell.
Wendell, the giant hamster is basically her badger.
It I care for him very much.
Why haven't you taken care of your badger? Why is your badger not here? How can you take care of him when you're not even taking care of him?
I thought he was dead. She's saying this
So
with,
you let him
clenched teeth.
die,
She's
and
saying
you
this with
didn't
clenched teeth.
check. I mean, this is going bad for you.
It was a really bad attack. A lot of people died. I thought he died. I ran away because that was the only way to survive.
You didn't even go back to check on him.
It was completely overrun by soldiers.
Yay.
Okay, I'm gonna slap him in the face right now. Slapping him in the face.
I mean, it really did go badly. Griff died too.
Yeah, like she's almost got tears in her eyes at this point, and Wendell's just bad mouthing her and her how she treats her badger. Slaps him in the face. Slaps him right in the face. Don't you dare talk about him. I cared for him very much. If I knew he was alive, I would have tried harder, but the entire area was swarming with Ironfang. There was no way to get there safely.
All I hear are excuses.
Okay.
I ran into the middle of a firefight, people throwing bombs at me to save my badger. Why didn't you do that for yours?
Okay. She is going to trip him.
You might want to check and see if he's just fucking with you a little bit.
Is he fucking? Well, she has really bad sense motive. Okay. But Simon does. Hang on. Okay, 30. Is he messing with me?
Joe, that question is to you.
I was about to say, wait a minute, what?
Well, actually, it's 40 at the moment because he had the potion.
Yes and no, because I do remember running in after my badger, but I also do.
Yeah, you
have
knew he was alive.
Semblance. Well, my badger was damn near dead.
Yeah, but you knew it was there. Okay. She starts.
I do understand some things, and it is sort of fucking with you.
Yeah. So she starts to try to, like, she brings out her whip from inside her glove. It disappears, and she will actually get in one trip attempt. Hang on. Okay, does that beat your CMD?
Yeah. CMD's 32.
Cool. Yeah, she trips you.
Fuck you.
And she says, "Don't you?" And Simon gets behind her. And it's like he's trying to make you angry.
It's working.
Just go over there for a bit. Go over there for a bit. And tears are coming down her face. Tears are coming down her face. And she'll look at you and then walk away.
You know, all your fighting aside, we are trying to focus on reconnaissance right now, guys.
You started it.
I finished it too.
She'll say, "Where's next?"
One other detail.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of little Ferdinands there as well.
Yeah, babies.
And the guy's like, "You're going to grow bigger and strong to kill those nasty humans. Yes, you are. Yes, you are."
Oh my gosh, that's so messed up.
I'm translating it for everyone.
I know that's Hobgoblin saying it to them. Is helping to take.
Oh gosh,
that's funny.
I'm so conflicted right now.
Yeah, and you wanted to save your little precious Ferdinand. See how that's going for you.
Well, I mean, he is a hamster. Quite frankly, we're talking about a 50-50 on him just eating the babies anyway, so.
That's why the Hobgoblin's there to make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh.
I'm not joking either.
Yeah, no, they're raising up an army of little hamsters.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right.
You can see it revealed there on the map. Oh my fuck.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I just put in my notes. Ferdinand has babies.
Ferdinoids. That's what we'll call them.
Ferdinoids.
Oh gosh.
Little Ferdinoids. So we got a green and a blue light. Does that seem to be like electricity or like lightning in a cage?
You can't see that. That's inside. Sorry, there's no
Sorry.
opening to outside there.
So
Well,
where's
the
Ferdinand?
insects
Sorry?
the insects do have the instruction of trying to go around inside.
So
So
where's Ferdinand? Where's Ferdinand? Is he?
bottom left.
Southwest, bottom left. Yeah.
Oh, okay, over there. Sorry. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but no, the insects wouldn't be able to get in there. Okay, let me take you to the next. Okay, so there's a second floor. Okay, so other thing worth noting on the second floor of the small place to the right, there seems to be some kind of control panel guarded by a robot.
Cassie will draw it out, like the control panel. You know, that reminds me of the Kasatha we fought that had the double
Chainsaws, yeah.
Yeah, it had the double chainsaw.
So Burl's thinking this, but he's not going to say it because Arcturus is there. But he's thinking, I'm probably going to have to use my anti-tech field at least once or twice.
Yeah. So that is a gladiator robot. It's kind of it's a robot. It's kind of in the same vein as the Warmonger, honestly, except it's human sized. But it has that general feel of lots of weapons and such. Except it's a robot and not a Xeomorph construct.
All right, that's much better. That's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 38.
Okay. So this,
Assuming it's engineering.
yeah. Okay, so what kind of information are you looking for?
Um, 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 um. Um, 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 um. It's special attacks.
Okay.
Like special abilities.
I would say chainsaw.
Well, yes, but I'm thinking it might have.
It has a special ability that essentially grants it pounce.
Oh no!
Oh, avoid charges! Avoid charges!
So basically, I see some rockets in the back, like in some like.
Yeah, some like 10%
Extra
kind of
mobility.
nitro type thing. It's clearly a limited use ability, but it is there.
Okay, do I get another piece of information?
Yes, you get one more.
All right. Its resistances or immunities.
It has resist 30, electricity, and fire. It is clearly well insulated for the type of weapons that would normally be used against it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like it's damn.
Okay. Yep.
But what's worth noting is that this seems to be the control panel for the Stone Road.
Oh. Yeah, so she will draw sort of what she sees. and also, and is there knowledge that she can use by just looking at it to sort of get a basic idea of how it might be used, or
Kind of similar to the tower. It's the same basic idea, essentially.
okay, all right,
There doesn't seem to be anything terribly unique about it.
okay, continue.
It's not being actively used at the moment, so you can't see a map, but it's that same sort of thing.
Yeah. All right. Let's go on.
So yeah, I already showed you where the balconies were. So going back here, not much else to show. The fourth floor is fully enclosed and has a lot of places to go through before you can get there.
Looks like a scorpion.
Yeah, so oh yeah, and this is another one of the robots up on top.
Another one of the robots. Have we seen this robot before?
You guys have not. Actually, no, you did. There was two guarding the bridge from the lake to the island.
Okay.
And yeah, so I mean, without actually going inside the tower, that's all the useful bits to show.
Oh, I did. I was going to let the bugs go inside.
Okay, they'll have a higher chance of them being noticed and squashed, though.
That's fine. We've scouted the outside.
We'll at least get a little bit more information before.
Okay, where inside are you wanting to go?
We're going in through the top after all, so we're going to start from the top.
Okay.
It's like, well done, you found a Xerxes.
Thinking about it, I probably specified for two of them to go in the top and one to go on the mid-level and one to go in the ground entrance, just to kind of scout everything out.
All right. So there is two major entrances. There's the northeast and then the southwest tower.
We can't go in like the central one.
There isn't any clear opening going.
Okay,
Well,
then well, I got two bugs going in the top, one to each.
Okay. All right. So on the southwest, this seems to be where a lot of the gargoyles are resting, and they're just kind of hanging out, saying, taking bets on when they think the place is going to be assaulted. And says, "Yeah, I think I'm going to pull in some of my vacation time for tomorrow because I'm expecting them to come in then, you know." Yeah.
Oh,
Lucky. I have a shift tomorrow. I have to go and fight them if they.
wait. Okay. So
I think it's interesting. You think the Ironfang has vacation time?
No. Can okay. So as he starts describing this, say, okay, listen to see what their bets are, and let's make sure one of them gets paid.
Well, whoever thinks we're going in tomorrow is going to get paid, and the fact that he's not there.
Yeah.
Right, but like, do they have like hours in a bet? Like, is it like before this time or after this time?
Yeah. There's like some is like
Over unders.
morning, afternoon, evening, night. So it's kind of like 4 different times for each day. And so, like it's kind of like that betting. You could just say all of tomorrow, or you could say tomorrow morning for a better for a better payout. And some of them, there's one guy who's like, I don't know, tomorrow morning at 9:23, all in.
That's the guy that's getting paid.
It's 923. Let's go.
It's like, are you kidding? They're going to come in today. Look, it's any saying. They're like, no. They're going to want to wait till the last second and do that typical heroic entrance thing. I know their type. It's like the last second, but they don't. I don't know. That seems kind of risky.
We're going in at 9:23 tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to remember this guy's face so I can say, "Hey, did you get paid?"
Nope, it's not going to matter. You're dead.
collect your winnings in hell.
Yes, that's what we do.
So they're all kind of talking about that, and it's like there's also some bets on how many hobgoblins will die too.
All of them. Every last one.
It's like, do you think they'll skip the army outside or kind of like take them out too? And like, do you think that Aslo? Do you think they'll get all the way to Azersi, or like someone like Aslo will stop them? Like, it's like Aslo's pretty nasty.
That's a new
Wasn't
name,
he-
Aslo.
No. We've heard of him. He's supposed to be like a priest of divination or something, right?
All right.
Yeah.
He's the head cleric.
Yeah. I was going through my notes yesterday to figure out a name, and see who we hadn't gone up against that we've heard about.
And so then the guy who said they'd coming in last second, the final day, is like, guys, obviously they'll make their way all the way to Azersi and have the final confrontation there. Do you know how these stories go? It's like, it'd be boring otherwise. Like, since you've been reading too many books.
You can read?
Yeah. Yeah. I say, yes, I can. I'm a.
Have you not seen Enter the Dragon?
Guess you wish you could read. Like, no, I don't need to read. Kick ass. And as I rolls his eyes. So yeah, that's what happens there.
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum.
There apparently are no asses around here either.
They've all been kicked.
I kind of like those guys. I hope one of them survives.
Well, whoever's taking the tomorrow off does.
So in the northeast, the insect goes inside, and you see a training ground area that it has a ring cordoned off that is kind of being used as a wrestling match. And there is some in the ring right now, and there is one kind of both. They actually don't have much armor on, unlike most hobgoblins.
I was gonna say I thought this central tower didn't have an entrance.
It flew under the door.
Okay.
There. And so they're wrestling, basically trying to shove each other out of the ring, going back and forth. And one of the hobgoblins is color commentating, while another is looking much more serene about it.
I could do without the half-naked hobgoblins wrestling. Let us continue.
Before it goes, the head hobgoblin plucks the insect out of the air.
Does he eat it?
It says curious, and will scratch it.
Wait, what?
Well, just lost one bug.
I will.
No. Different comment. Well, either one bug just died, or the half-naked hobgoblins have rendered me blind.
Cassie wants to hear the color commentator. She's going to use clear audience.
Well, how are the other bugs doing?
And we have here in one corner.
It's the rampaging rhino versus the hot hobby. Who will take it? The rhino lets out a devastating shove.
He's knocking him down through the hell of the cell! Through the table! Oh my god!
He's using the chair.
But that one looks like it hurt. He's not supposed to be using that. That's not legal.
The hobby's taking off the rope and tying up the other guy. That's not okay. I didn't know that was in the rules.
Oh, that's going in a dark direction.
And he's throwing him around, swinging him in a circle, and he's flown off into the wall.
What's this? It's a Xerxes with a steel chair!
From the top ropes.
And then one of the other hobgoblins bursts in the room, bursts in from the door, dressed up like a Xerxes. Says, "What are you doing? We can't have any fun here when we're killing humans and building a nation. Tut, tut, tut."
That one's gonna die. And just trying to think what else. What other tropes can we hit?
Yeah, I just wanted Rogue to be a sports announcer for a while. I succeeded. Okay.
And then as Xerxes walks in, "What are you doing?"
Practicing.
I want to remember her voice. Okay? I want to remember her voice. Okay?
Okay.
I remember
Oh
her
shit,
voice.
it's the fuzz!
They
Well,
all run. They all run away.
well, because I can use vocal alteration to increase the disguise check to to make them think that Xerxes said something, basically.
The head one stays there, not having interacted much with it, and just kind of nods over in the direction of your spell. And she's like, "Oh, hello there."
I end the spell.
No.
like-
You let it run. She's gonna say something, either to taunt you or something, but there's information in everything.
Yes, that is actually an excellent point to end off for the week.
Oh, we're
11? We're going to stop at 11? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That was
Yeah.
fun. I thought we were going to do some more investigation of the tower.
It seems like
this will give Rogue a good chance to decide what the other bugs find. So yeah, let him spend the next week thinking on it.
Yeah. Because since the next time is going to be just more sort of investigation, and then perhaps.
By the way, do you want to know what Burl's message that Varys will pass along is?
yes, please.
All right, basically, very simple snippet. Khosrock has been liberated. The Minotaur leaders have negotiated for control of the Hollowed Hills and no longer work for the Ironfang. The Citadel will fall tomorrow, whether you are in there or not. Abandon all tech weapons and flee the tower. Since
hope ye who stay.
since we've decided to go in at 9:23, I'll say 9:15.
All right.
We need to make sure we're pre-buffed because there's a good chance that this guy will warn everybody else, and they'll be pre-buffed and all ready for us.
Oh, the Minotaurs all leading out will make them know something's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going in hot. Arcturus is going to detonate the entire field, which will give us good cover. So
be so pretty.
Yep. All right.
Do we want to use the same kind of thing that we used last time with the smoke? Like if
remember, we're coming in from directly above them. They might not even see us if we do invisibility bubble.
Right, but I'm saying that it's possible that they will have sentinels able to see through invisibility.
I'll let you decide what you want to do to mask us.
Yeah. I'm just thinking that thing that we did previously worked really well, and they can't, even if they have true sight, they can't see through smoke. That's having that. That's a more guaranteed way of not being hit. It is also more guaranteed way. They will notice it, but they won't be able to see through it. So either we go with the invisibility bubble, and they may see through it, which...
If we do that, what we should do
yeah,
is we should drop the shit. What's it called?
I think it's a good
smoke
idea.
sticks. We have smoke sticks. Let's drop them all along, like above the tower, so they don't know which direction we're coming down from exactly.
Yeah. That's actually a good idea because then they'll
be looking at like 5 different pillars of smoke and have no idea which one's the right one.
Yeah, and we should definitely start with invisibility globe, because if it and then drop smoke sticks, and then if they seem to see through our invisibility, then Simon can use the lamp of smoke to mask us. That'll be what we do. We'll have some echolocation extracts available, and Fel will...
I'll have negate aroma on us.
Yes, and Fel will be able to see through the smoke. I think that's probably the best idea for an assault. I realize she'll have to not be as perceptive at other times, but having the ability to see through smoke is really useful. So really the only person who won't be able to see through the smoke is Burl. We'll have the bird will be able to see using scent. We'll be able to find people with scent, and if we need to, we can turn off the smoke. So, is that all right, Fel? You think that'll be better or worse for you? And of course, yeah, Wendell. Wendell needs to see through.
Well, we already used that trick once, so do you think they might be prepared for it this time?
No, it was in a different place. I mean, someone would have had to communicate that through... I mean, did we see anybody going through? Yes, we did, didn't we? That they retreated and went through the stone road. Didn't we see that, Rogue?
Yep, they were in the process of evacuating into the stone road when you guys approached there.
Okay. So it's possible they will have seen that, but it doesn't... I mean, even if they know that it happens, they still can't see through it. I mean, how many people have the ability to see through smoke? Like, I don't know. It would have to be someone with a dragon's senses.
Well, their guards are clerics, so they might be using spells that blow the smoke away.
Look, we'll bombard them with every smoke stick we got.
And we have a lot of smoke sticks. Like, if everybody drops a smoke stick, that'll be a ton of smoke. And if it's still being produced, like, they won't be able to blow all that away. Like, the point of a lot of wind spells is be able to blow things away that have stopped being produced. Simon's lamp of his ever smoking bottle, that just keeps on producing smoke.
I'll keep my fickle winds on hold until we know if our smoke cover works or not, because it'll just disperse the smoke otherwise.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll think about it, and we'll do more with it next week, and we'll be able to find more next week, hopefully.
All right. Okay, next week.
I'll see you guys next week.
Next week.
See y'all next week.
All right.